Hey everybody, it's Damien from the Community Podcast once again bringing you some bad news about our video footage. And guess what? It wasn't the camera's fault this time, it was my fault. I have to be on top of these cameras and make sure they're recording at all times. And with my camera doing this funny thing where it records for a good 30 minutes and then it cuts and then I have to click record again, I was having so much fun with the discussions that we had on this podcast, I forgot to look at the cameras. Oh, and later on in the podcast, we had this discussion on should we just leave it at audio and not even pursue video? Well, I want to leave that up to you guys. If you guys are cool with just the audio for right now, we're going to leave it at the audio. But if you guys want to see video, I will do everything in my power to put video on the next podcast. And also too, another thing I wanted to address to you guys, this is about a 3-hour long podcast. It's a long one, but this podcast is amazing. This is the reason why I got into podcasting. And if this podcast is an example on future podcasts, I can't wait to see what's to come. It was amazing. I had a lot of fun doing this, and even my friends had an amazing time doing this too. And I hope you guys enjoy it. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and start the second episode of the Community Podcast. Thank you for listening, guys. Hey everybody, welcome to the Community Podcast. This is the second episode, and here today I have my three friends, Holden, Nathan, and Shadi. And we're going to about talk some random stuff and drop some knowledge on you guys. So listen up, I guess. So, first thing I wanted to start out, and this thing that I wanted to talk about is, how much do you guys know about counting cards?
I know a little bit.
What do you know?
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I know what it is. I don't know
people who do know how to do it, and
so you don't know shit about it. You just know people that know shit about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a guy who.
Yeah. I know a guy that knows a guy.
I watched that MIT movie where they're like, oh, they're nerds, but they
21.
Yeah, 20.
21. Okay, well.
Did your research good?
Well, I seen this documentary a couple of days ago. It's actually about card counting, and the funny thing is that I found out about this thing is that card counting is actually legal.
It's just frowned upon.
Casinos don't want it.
It's just frowned upon.
Yeah.
It's just frowned upon, and it totally blew my mind. And not only this, but these kids or whatever, they create a business or like basically a business. And what they do is they get people to invest in them to start playing. And there's 2 team leaders, and what the team leaders do is they distribute the money between the counters, and the counters actually get paid on an hourly rate. And so they go to the casino. And they start playing, and they start taking all the casino's money. But the thing is, they only play for like a good 30 minutes, because once they catch them, they're already automatically kicked out.
Well, yeah, because there's this lady I work with, her nephew is a really good poker player.
Right.
And then most big casinos in Vegas, when they go in there, they don't let him play like his specialty game. Like, I don't know, I think it's poker, but whatever.
Yeah.
But they know that he's basically a pro, and he's going to take the money. So they don't even let him play that machine.
Which kind of sucks in a way, because if they because they made a good point.
Professional gamblers can't gamble anywhere except for the competitions.
That's true.
They're not allowed in casinos.
But isn't that kind of like a dumb rule? Like if the casino promotes, because this is how they kind of said it. It was like, if you guys promote getting rich, like you guys, you can come here and you can get rich at our casino, then why can't I get rich out of your casino? Why are you kicking me out?
Do you know how rich professional poker players would be, though, if they can gamble anywhere?
Not necessarily poker players.
They can go every day and win $500,000.
At the end, I kind of have to agree with Damien, because at the end of the day, gambling is not like a skill thing. Like if you have 100%, if you're 100% good at it,
it is a skill.
No,
because if
it depends on what game.
Exactly. There's luck always involved in any of these games.
There's a technique to everything.
There's not even a 50% chance of you winning all the time.
There's a technique to everything.
Technique to pulling a fucking handle on the slots.
No, there's not.
No,
there's not.
No, that's what I'm saying.
No, we're talking about like games, poker, blackjack.
Yeah, but with those, if the casinos in any game, they won't give you a 50% chance on anything.
No, they don't want you to.
They don't want you to win at all.
They don't want you to win at all. But the thing is, with blackjack, you have you have a 55% chance of winning. So actually, the longer you play, the more chances, the more in
the long run, you're gonna
win.
Yeah,
you're gonna take more money
much,
from them.
But
21's the easiest game to win, anyways. It's 1-on-1.
I wouldn't say that. Some say roulette's actually the easiest.
Yeah, roulette is definitely. I mean, that one's just tough.
It's not a card game, though.
It's not a card game, but it's still anything that counts in the casino. I mean, they're
game.
making up new games in all these casinos I go to now.
That game's literally 50-50 chance, isn't it? You just call out red or black.
Well, no, because the payout rate is different. Like if you,
I don't know how that works.
so you have a board of like numbers, and then if it's above a certain number or below a certain number, and you just scatter chips all over the place that you think it's gonna land, and you can put it in between two numbers, so it's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can put it in the middle there.
Any of those numbers?
And if it is, but it's a lower payout rate. So if you land it on like a 32 and it lands
Right.
on a 32, you get like quadruple what you put into that.
Wow.
But yeah, with the red and black, I think it's just a 1-to-1 payout rate or a 1-to-2 payout rate.
Crazy
I
shit.
don't know.
But I was thinking
Gambling's
though,
crazy.
I was thinking if so many people are doing this now, because actually people are starting to make teams, and they go to this casino and they end up banking like for the whole team is like millions of dollars. I think the biggest one I think they're winning is about 1.8 million that they took away from the casino. So if you figure that's one team. If you got multiple teams out there, don't you think they would eventually ban
How do you have a team
blackjack?
in gambling?
Well, like he was explaining.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well. Okay. This is how this works, and this is how they kind of broke it down on the documentary. I don't know the documentary name right now. If you guys want to know, I'll post it on Facebook or all this other stuff. But okay, how they do it is they get the investor from the money, and then the team leaders distribute it by all these people. Well, the team, there's about 8 counters in a team, and then the 2 leaders tell them, okay, you're gonna go into this city, and you're gonna work so many hours, and you're gonna go, and then they kind of distribute it between the 8 people.
That's nuts.
But the thing is, when they go to these casinos, when they get kicked out real early, it depends. You have to win on a high. It's kind of it's a weird situation that they have to be in because they have to actually be high. Because once they get kicked out, they're if they lose money are they gonna win money? So it's like it's a difficult situation to be put in. But that whole situation is kind of a difficult one because. I don't know where I'm going with this.
If you win, you're going to get... I mean, the thing with that is, like, for one, why your question of why don't they have multiple teams, or, like, hundreds of teams doing this? Just
Exactly.
If it's easy money, it's not, dude. You have to be a genius to count cards, man, because you have to memorize every card that was put down on there. You have to remember how much is left. I mean, there's a science behind it.
Well,
I wonder, what if it was just really easy? Like, if you learn how to do it, what if it's just simple?
They just tell people it's hard, so they don't do it.
Well, the thing is, they said it's easy to count the card. It's more harder to keep to stay on count. So it's harder to if
Well,
more
I think
players come in.
what's crazy about counting cards is because when you're at a casino, at a poker table, aren't there 3 decks in that?
And that's
Well, yeah.
that's how they
So
mix
you
it
have
up.
to count. That's nuts. That's
Yeah, so I
if
mean,
you
it's
can
52
count that,
times
yeah.
3, that's like 156 cards,
So if you can count that, that's impressive.
Very
You have
impressive.
to keep up. Yeah,
So that's why there's not that many teams of it,
that's insane.
But still, though, if these investors are if there's a badass team out there, which these kids were, and they were Christians, like hardcore Christians, which was a funny thing because it would question their faith, I guess, because a lot of their
Gambling.
Yeah, so they were kind of getting a bunch of like scrutiny. Scrutiny. There you go. God damn, I can't talk today. I'm very
Nathan
nervous.
did it.
But okay, so they were getting all this bad feedback towards all this thing, but they kind of changed the people's mind in a way once they start making all this money.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's a cool thing. But I'd want to, if I was, I don't know if I would want to put all my money into that team.
No, because it's not.
It's a gamble
At the end of the
at
day, you
that,
have
though.
a 55. If what you said is true, it's a 55% chance that your investment is gonna win at the end. Are you gonna really risk 55%?
But are you going to have a better chance of going in there and gambling yourself?
But why even gamble in the first place? I mean,
That's how you feel now. But if you knew
That's
that you
true,
knew what you
yeah.
were doing,
If you had the advantage.
you'd be so
Yeah.
confident you wouldn't even.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
And people got their money back. The investors, they're the ones first to get their money back.
Yeah.
And then once they start bankrolling their money, that's what they call it, bankrolling
Their
their money.
profit.
Then they're going to start profiting, and that's when their real money comes in.
It's a trip.
I mean, but the thing is like, okay, maybe there's one team and the most they've made is 1.9 million, is what you said.
Yeah.
But think of every other sucker who goes to a casino or is hooked on gambling.
Yeah, that's true.
They're spending their money. They're making millions of dollars. So if they lose 1.9 million in a night, maybe if it's a small like rinky-dink Reno casino, it's gonna go out of business or it's gonna feel it. But
Yeah.
like, come on, like a Caesar's Palace or a Mirage or
Yeah.
a
And
Excalibur.
plus, once you get once they start knowing you as a card counter,
you're banned
casinos
everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah,
You're done.
They know
Even
you.
smaller
Yeah.
cities. and
I mean,
everything.
there's jobs literally you just like watch security cameras to
Well,
make sure.
they showed it on their point of view, like the people that watch it, the managers that actually watch the tables, and they're all like, okay, we know this guy. And one of the guys that were on that Christian team, he right when he goes in there, he goes to the table and he's like, hey, we don't want you playing blackjack here. He's like,
Well, do you think that they really have like
the power to
like
ban someone?
no, like the face sensors.
Well, that's
so when
where-
somebody walks in, it picks up your face.
I think some places have it. I know some places have it. Where they put the box around your face
I've
and they
seen
can
that like
identify you
on TV, not like movies, but like real like Vegas.
I mean,
talking about
technology's
like,
getting crazy,
documentaries
man. I
and
mean,
stuff.
look
Technology is getting
at
crazy. I
Google
love
Glass. I mean, I don't know. I think
Yeah.
you guys talked about it last
I'm so
episode.
stoked
Yeah.
about that.
I was actually gonna do a parody video for Google Glass, just really quick. My professor in my business class or whatever, she's like, you need to make something that has to do with technology and kind of showcase your use of technology. So what I wanted to do is, have you seen the Google Glass commercial where it shows the perspective of the
Yeah.
Google Glass? I wanted to do it walking around my campus and then go into my professor's like office hours and just start staring at her boobs, and that would be like the whole thing, just from a Google Glass perspective of just staring at her chest.
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah, I was gonna ask her because she's just Asian lady.
Yeah, and
But
then
you're
you
gonna actually have your
No, I was
teacher
gonna
be the person.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna start pointing a camera at her chest and telling her,
Oh, I mean, I thought you'd get like
permission.
just
Yeah.
just like a girl to help you, out, not your actual teacher.
It'd be funny because it's a competition. If I win, I get like 11% extra credit or something
Yeah.
like that. But
But and also too, a lot of people are starting to talk about, well, they don't want too much security in these days. So look at Google Glasses. Basically, you're gonna be able to record anybody. So I mean, how is that gonna
But it's not
tie
like
in?
you can't fucking like be secretive about that. If you have glasses with no lenses,
you
I know
have
what you're
glasses
doing.
on.
You can, man.
I know what you're doing.
I mean, that's the line. Is it like your privacy versus cool technology and like our ability to monitor people? I mean, look at these unmanned drones.
Oh, dude,
they're
those
like
are crazy.
They're tiny. They have one that's a mosquito. It's a hummingbird or something like
Yeah.
that. And it has cameras all around it, and the government can go around and see. And I'm not like a conspiracy theorist. The government's tapping our mics right now.
Yeah.
But
They could be.
where do you draw the line?
That's another thing I saw about hackers. It says like anything you do on your computer, it says like to be careful even about your passwords because people can hack into your camera. It's like people could be watching me right now. That's,
yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
I saw something like that back in the early 2000s, back when webcams first came out. It scared the crap out of me. Like I never wanted to use a webcam after
Like
that.
the webcams you have to like attach to your camera.
What
Turn
web
on-
games is that?
No,
the
webcams.
Web,
I know
they're
what you're
talking
talking-
like the webcam.
Yeah,
not built
the
in.
old, yeah.
You have to actually go buy
I
a
still
camera.
have one for my desktop right now.
Actually, well, you can get some nice ones, dude, that fucking shoot really
Oh,
good now.
yeah, like-
they're actually better than the ones on your computer.
Oh, I bet.
I
It's
was
an
thinking
actual
about getting
camera.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, cool shit. Technology's going in a cool ass way.
I mean, yeah, you can say that, but dude, I honestly think humans are gonna be the death of ourselves, man. And that was
Definitely, dude.
that was the
Definitely.
first question I wanted to like bring up to you all.
Yeah.
Do you think we're better off now than we were 100 years ago?
100 years ago.
100 years ago, 1913.
So,
Wow.
1913, 2013.
In
nearing
general-
upon depression.
Yes, I say
I
okay.
mean, no, the world, not
No.
just the United
Well,
States.
the world is not
There's
where
the
the United
depression
States
before
is
that.
technology
No, it
wise.
was like
1920s.
I'm an
was the
idiot.
recession.
Wait, what are you talking about?
1930s, sorry, was the
I
Great
need
Depression.
to take a history
yeah,
class.
sorry.
But what's it called?
So 1913.
Well, they're still driving buggies. I think in a way,
Transportation.
transportation. I can't speak today, dude. But okay, transportation, food. Well, people are on this the fucking souping up food. What is it?
What?
Soup lines?
No.
Wait,
no.
what do you know?
Genetically altered.
Yeah,
foods.
genetically altered.
So
I think
everybody's
that-
like kind of mad about that and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But still, in a way, I can see the benefit towards it. But I think in some situations, we're better off now. Because imagine going out and trying to hunt for your food. Like
In 1913, I don't think
No,
that
you
was...
weren't. But it was locally grown, and you couldn't like keep it cold for a long period, or you couldn't transport it. Like now,
refrigerators. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
now
like,
we can get strawberries and watermelons, 360 days in the year.
I think now...
tomatoes is a big one. They
Yeah.
always
The,
talk
the
about.
only big thing... The only huge difference would be technology, really.
Well, no
I
shit.
think people's values have changed completely
Oh.
too. I mean, like in politics, like we learned that if you want a successful nation or country, you should your people, your mindset should be I should get to as much wealth as possible to where I can be lazy as possible.
Exactly. That's so. It's kind
Work
of
as
dumb.
hard as you can now so you can just...
It's not even that. Just be in a society that allows you to be lazy.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have a big thing with like Social Security or something like that because you're basically some of these people are disability. It helps out these people, but then again, it doesn't push them to do anything else. You know what I mean?
I think we're way better off now, though.
Yeah, I agree.
In general, 'cause I mean,
Yeah.
in 1913, like there was still like race war. Like it's a constant threat. I feel like everything just.
But back then
you're constantly on defense.
It was normal though. That's the thing. Like
That's
discrimination. It was like you ask people in the South, like old people in the South right now, like why did you use the N-word or why did you discriminate? It was just what we did. It was just normal. Like,
it's a crazy thing when you talk to people like that too. Like especially in an older generation, they just kind of use it like freely, and then you go, wow, things are kind of different now. Right? But then they're still kind of stuck in the past.
Still like now it stops me like in my track. So if I hear like an older person is speaking and just fluently, like
just
it
say the N-word.
just came to them, I'm just like, whoa. Like,
it is weird. It's weird, dude. It's like kind of a weird little thing because you kind of get all, I don't know how to feel around that. You know what I mean? But it's kind of normal.
But why do we feel like that though?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking about the other day.
But different. I don't know.
But what things kind of stuff? Like, what are some things that stop you in your tracks when you hear that and you're like, what? Like.
I don't know. What is that origin?
I actually don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Like, what are some things?
I think it's because we're raised in a generation to where we have always learned that it's not okay.
No. I think generally because there's people, even like Irish people and Scottish, Italian. They were called different names too. I think one is a Guinea. And stuff.
Well, I mean, those
are fighting words back in the day.
Every race has its own
derogatory term.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but
I'm saying now compared to then is. We're raised with our parents saying, "Hey, don't say that." For most of us are. Obviously, not all of us. But back then, it was, if what race you are, it's okay to say whatever you want towards others.
I think you're just more afraid of getting your ass kicked because there's more. I think with that one word, you're more likely to get your ass kicked.
I don't think that's what.
I don't think it's people getting afraid to get their ass kicked. I really think it's like.
I think it's just socially not okay now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because back then, I mean, you weren't afraid to get your ass kicked because you know that. People around you feel the same way you do.
Exactly. So if I say the N-word to someone,
well, that's because you have a more.
I'm saying if I walk down the street, and saw a black guy and I call them out and call them the N-word, everybody around me is gonna feel how we feel. They're gonna stop and say what? Back then they're gonna jump in as well.
I see what you're saying.
Back then they're gonna be on my side.
Yeah. They're gonna be yeah. So I see what you're saying.
But that's from the white perspective too.
Well, then again, though, you have all these all these other people trying to back a person up if they get called the N-word. And now you're on the defense, and so that way you're kind of more likely not to say it now. I mean, I get that whole point, but that's still kind of a way of being afraid of getting your ass kicked, right?
I don't think it's just. I don't think it's fear.
I think you're right, but in different terms. Not your ass kicked, but that's one. It's the physical harm. Yeah. It's two, your reputation too. Because if you're known as the guy who says the N-word,
I see what you're saying.
That's going to affect you in a different way. So it's like maybe some people want to say. Maybe Mitt Romney wanted to call Obama the N-word.
But he did.
Yeah, and it's not even on political stuff. Like maybe I don't want to be neighbors with the the white guy or the Mexican guy or whoever who just is the big racist. But does racism really help? Like.
I don't think it does.
Does it help?
Is it good in any situation, like racial profiling to save someone? Like right now, like in the airports, they check all the random Arabs,
Yeah,
like,
and especially people.
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know if it does help. I don't know. I don't feel like it helps.
But what if it could stop? It's kind of like that thing. Like, would you kill one person to save 1,000 people?
Exactly.
But now it's kind of like, would you
But I think we should be on alert. On not just we shouldn't single out just one specific type of group because anybody's capable of doing anything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I mean, if they go to an airport, I think everybody should get the same discipline.
That's a good. That was a good example of the airport.
Yeah,
that kind of put me in perspective because they do single out.
Oh yeah, if you have a name like Muhammad Muhammad or something like that,
they're gonna look at you.
Yeah.
Would you guys consider that the same? Would you consider that equal as calling somebody an N-word?
In a sense, to that person. I mean, I know with myself, I'm Middle Eastern, but I'm Christian. When I would go to the airports or whatever, my parents would always be like, "Pull out your cross, pull out your cross."
Yeah, no. See, I see. Like,
I see what you're saying.
Feel if you're at the airport, you
should be able to do that. You should just be able to walk
comfortable,
in there.
Because I'm an American citizen.
If I was airport security and I saw you and thought 9/11, I'd pull you aside, your whole family.
Yeah.
Do you think that people in your spot would feel the same as a black person being called N-word?
Well, I think that's two different things.
I don't see what you're saying with that. Like,
do you think that Middle Easterns feel the same way a black person feels
when they get called the N-word when they pull you? No, there's no way.
Because there's not 400 years of history behind that. I mean, yes, the Middle East has been colonized for hundreds of years, but with black people, they've been since the 1600s. they've been slaves. I mean, there's been slavery since Arabs were the
True.
first. Arabs were the first slave owners.
Poor Django.
The Django.
Did Django.
But that's 400
Django.
years,
You're
man.
right.
Like, and if you really think about it, 1960s is when we had the civil rights movement, and that's when really like we said, okay, the government said we're gonna stop discrimination when you had brown versus board. So it's only been maybe 40, 50 years.
It hasn't been that long. So
Wait,
we're still kind of recovering from all that stuff.
Back to the original question from 100 years ago. Is anybody familiar enough with their history to put us in perspective of what was in 1913? What was going on
Where?
in 1913? Just worldwide. Just give me anything.
I mean, World War One.
Yeah.
So many people died, and then right after World War One, the Spanish flu, because we didn't have medicine, proper medicine in Europe, killed millions of people.
Wait, where did so the Spanish flu came? Didn't it come from us and then we took it over there?
No. That's no. The Spanish flu was in Europe, and I believe it was in Europe, and it killed just a bunch of people in Europe after World War. So you just have this population decline.
Actually, I think more people died from that than actually the war. And there's a lot of people that died from that war.
Oh my God, yeah.
Especially in Europe.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
It was at Europe. We've never had like a war here since like.
Civil War.
No. Yeah, the Civil War.
Civil
but
War.
More foreign invasion with independence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had terrorist attacks, but that's
so
about it.
I say we just go around. Better or worse off than 1913?
I think
Clearly better. Clearly
I
better.
think better. Better?
Yeah. I'd say we're better off. Just people, technology, medicine.
Especially medicine.
I mean,
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
a Mexican, an Arab, and two white guys.
Here's where it gets kind of crazy. Do you think all these drugs that doctors prescribe people now is a good thing? Like, I hear a lot doctors don't actually know what the hell they're doing with medicine. So, like, why are they prescribing people all these different drugs? So that way they can test them out?
Well, that's like
profit?
Shadi. Don't you know? Your family knows a doctor a doctor himself will not take medicine.
Yeah.
Because he knows what's in the medicine.
That's crazy. Well, also, too, I mean, there's some people that don't want to take the flu, and I don't take the flu, but I mean...
The flu shot?
The flu shot, and there's a lot of doctors that don't even take the flu shot.
Well, a lot
either.
of people are against vaccines because as proven, there's tons of side effects for that.
For me, though, it's like, because my grandma was just diagnosed with cancer about a few months back.
Oh,
sorry.
She was re-diagnosed. She had breast cancer before. They told her it was terminal. She lived through it.
Damn.
She just got re-diagnosed, said that it was metastasized to the bone. And
It's like my grandma.
Man. I was freaking out. I mean, who wouldn't? Because
devastating.
grandma's.
Yeah, it's a freaky thing, dude.
But
it sucks.
Because I wasn't at home at the time. I'd come home about 2 or 3 months later after she was diagnosed. She had been going through IV therapy.
Chemo?
Yeah, well, kind of like a form of chemo. Her hair wasn't falling out, so it's a different kind of medicine, obviously.
Well, your hair
I
falls
want
out
to know
from
what that
radiation,
medicine
isn't
is.
it? Not chemo from radiation.
But the radiation is in the IV fluids that are pushed. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
like I'm pretty sure like with that and prescribed pills that she was taking.
Is it off? It's already done? It's cool. Keep on.
So the prescribed pills she was taking, the pair of those things she's fine now.
Oh, thank God.
Like, yeah.
She
in a couple of months?
In a couple of months.
After she was re-diagnosed.
Instantaneous.
That's amazing, man.
Like,
some people's bodies are just more susceptible to like having medicine,
That's
take
true.
effect.
That's true. And I think everybody's different in a way, but I think maybe we should not just prescribe people medication and not know if it's going to benefit them or actually hurt them.
Yeah,
Because I know from fact that my grandmother, she gets all these fucking pills, dude. She gets all these fucking pills. And I look at all the shit that she's taking. I'm like, I don't think you should be taking this, man. And I'm not a doctor, of course. But I mean, all the stuff that they give her like 3 asthma medicine and then all these heart ones. And she says, she goes and she talks to the doctor, and one of the asthma actually raises your heart rate. And then she's trying to lower the heart rate with this other medicine, so that way
That just puts like your body in shock.
I don't know what that doesn't sound good. So I mean, I don't want to say anything bad towards doctors or anything like that, but still, I think medicine should be looked at before we start doing these different experiments. I feel like people now are guinea pigs.
There's no way to really look at it because I feel like things online are probably written by doctors that we trust. So no matter what, the internet's going to tell you the same thing, so people make money off it.
But there's also people on there saying, there's also people going to go against it.
I feel like it's going to be people like us, though. Just,
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but I mean, I don't know.
every doctor's gonna push medicine because that's their job.
I mean, also another thing is just medicine's always changing. Like, I mean, before they would just put like steak on your forehead if you had like, you know. So I mean, even now the doctor that Holden was talking about that I know, he still has to go to medical school, continue. Like, he's never gonna finish with school ever because there's always new stuff to learn with medicine.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's not a proven science.
You have to retake your test every 2 years, right?
You have to keep getting your license.
Yeah, keep on getting it. You have to pay. I think you have to pay so many amount of money, and then you retake it every 2 years. But I don't know. It's crazy stuff. Medicine these days. Oh, dude, okay, I brought up 3D printing the last time, and I was on its nuts. But, dude, I'm even more on its nuts this time. 3D printing is going in a crazy direction again where people are using using people's cells to recreate ears, fingers, noses. Dude, it's sick.
From the printing or stem cells?
From the printing. They're using your cells. They take your cells out.
How do they get that?
I don't know how they do it. But... They take out your cells. I don't know how they do it. I think it's a skin cell thing. They kind of get it from your skin, but then all of a sudden they put it in the machine, and it comes out almost looking like a plastic. Right. And then you put the plastic on one of your missing body part. It's not a whole arm, but you can put it like a new ear. You can reconstruct in a nose.
Shit like this is gonna kill us.
Why, dude? Listen.
This is how humans are gonna kill its own race.
Are you sure? Well, I don't know. Well, let me get to the end of it.
Obviously, we start cloning ourselves.
How is that?
If you can make somebody's nose with using their cells,
it's not the same. Not the same thing.
It's not like a functional heart. It's just aesthetic, dude. It's like skin.
I got another thing about the heart, though. Some guy doesn't have a heart, and he's basically using a backpack. They did it in UCLA, and it's like a tube going into his chest.
It's like Iron Man.
Yeah, and it's basically
awesome.
And it makes it like a grandfather clock, tick, 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 tick. It's crazy, and it's keeping his heart. It's keeping him alive. But anyways, okay, back to the thing. Okay, it's not like a plastic thing that you would see on the 3D printer. Okay, it's like this white thing. They put it on you. It's on there, and then your skin recognizes that it's your own cells. So they go ahead and they start forming around your ear like all this skin, and then once it completes, the little mold that created your ear dissolves, and so it dissolves slowly enough so that way.
Is this instantaneous?
Not instantaneously.
Okay.
Of course, it's not. Yeah. Yeah, you're weird. But no, it slowly. But you can recreate a new ear now by using this 3D printer. By using that mold.
You calling it out?
I don't know.
That's the end of the human race.
I mean, but they're experimenting with a lot of stuff. I mean, I saw a thing the other day. Just randomly on YouTube. It's probably a little bit old now, but these guys have like these paddles on their foreheads, and they're able to like pick up things with their thoughts, and they're working on like telekinesis. Like, it's like a small little pencil or something.
I know what you're talking about. Wait, I don't know if necessarily this is it, but are they able to move like a little train track with their mind and stuff like that?
That might have been one of the videos, but the one I saw, he was just picking up something straight up, and
That's another thing. Do you guys actually believe in that? Was it telekinesis?
I don't know. I don't know if
I saw
that's like my uncle claims that he was sleeping at night, and he's known for sleepwalking. Like he's woken up pumping his gas at the gas station before.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he woke up in his driveway in his car, looking at his house with all the lights on. He woke up thinking he's watched himself getting broken into.
Right.
Anyways, he told me that he woke up one day. He thought he woke up, and then he looked at his bed, and he saw himself still sleeping. So basically, an out-of-body experience. He thought he woke up, looked over, and then saw his body still sleeping.
Wow.
So he went to the doctor, who he claims is a specialist for all these mind issues, and he said there's a section where kids had telekinesis, and he's watching kids like move shit.
I saw this video on going back to YouTube videos, but I saw there's like this one was recent. It was like Asian man has like airbender powers, you know, and it shows this Asian guy, and he's like it's like an upright board or something like that of wood, and he's just like Dragon Ball Zing it and just knocking it over with like wind power or something.
He's an airbender.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't believe it. I thought it was like an optical illusion or something.
Have you seen those karate dudes that they use their chi to knock you out, and they don't necessarily like they go.
Yeah, that's a pressure point thing.
I don't know. They don't touch them.
Oh, never.
So there's always somebody going up that doesn't believe in it, and they go up to him and they go, okay, do it on me, and it never works, and they say because you're not a believer.
Well, then that's horse shit. It's fake.
It's fake, but I mean, still in some. Oh yeah. They actually monitored.
That's the same thing
as like those revival churches.
That's like the same thing as the power bracelet. It works for the people that believe it, but I can call bullshit and it won't work.
Thing, man. The mind is a powerful thing.
Yeah, it actually
Incredibly.
is.
127 hours or whatever, like.
Dude, I mean, you have to have some balls to do that.
I mean, it's just I could never do it. Man.
Well, I don't know.
That's because you're not in a canyon with a rock on.
That's survival mode, I think. That's when you really to survive.
Yeah, it was his arm.
You ever saw the movie? James Franco?
No, I'm
Arm trapped in a rock based on a true story.
Oh,
he gets
dude,
have you heard of it? Right?
What
He's a hiker stuck in a crevice of a mountain, and a boulder has pinched his arm against the cliff, against the mountain.
Possible to
and
get
he was stuck there for 127 hours, and then he decided to cut off his arm so he can get free.
What do you use to cut off his arm?
Knife. No. And I was watching an interview with James.
Off a true story.
I was watching an interview with James Franco.
Yeah.
James Franco had an interview saying that the guy that the movie's based on, he's only shown because in the movie, you know how he's videotaping himself.
Yeah.
In case anybody, his parents could see his last words.
Yeah.
He's only shown it to family, and then James Franco. So James Franco knows how to act exactly how he was, to get in the mindset. But he said the video of him cutting off his arm took it was 3 hours. He cut his own arm off, taking 3 hours.
Oh my God.
That would suck, especially when you get to the nerve.
How do you not pass out? I mean, if I stuck a knife in my arm, I'm out.
I don't know about that.
Just the blood, or
game over.
The nerve, dude. Once you hit that nerve, you imagine like your funny bone, but you're trying to slice that thing in half. That would suck, dude.
The bones clear the hardest part.
Think about that though, like the guy cut off his arm
with a dull pocket knife.
That's the worst when it's dull.
You have 3 minutes to secure an arterial bleed.
Yeah.
Or you bleed out. So
he's lucky he got some attention.
He must have had some kind of like.
Well, it was near sort of. It's around a popular area people go hiking. He was just kind of far away from that. So after he cut off his arm, he got out of there and walked a couple miles, and then people saw him.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
lucky that. He didn't bleed to death.
He'd already gone through the process of running out of water, drinking his own piss.
I think he just got lucky.
He's hallucinating.
I think he got lucky on that part because he was dehydrated for one. He's losing blood. All these little situations together, he should have died.
Yeah.
But that's another thing I was wondering too, because he's hallucinating. Do you think he knew? Do you think he was in the right state of mind of what he was doing, or his body just went into survival mode and did it itself, basically?
Who knows? You have to be in that situation. I don't know.
I think honestly he was. I think he was aware at the time, and he was. And a lot of it is a movie dramatization.
Exactly.
They made him seem like he was this. I don't know if he's a badass hiker in real life or if he knew, but. They were showing him scaling walls.
No, he was. Yeah.
I don't know the real guy though.
There's some badass climbers and hikers though out there.
I give him props, dude. I am a wuss when it comes to that.
Dude, yeah.
Oh no, wait, hold on. There's this dude. I forget his name. I think it's Alex Honnold. Don't quote me on that, but believe it's Alex Honnold. This guy's the best freestyle climber. He doesn't use any ropes or nothing like this, and he's climbing the highest mountains. People wouldn't climb these mountains when they have ropes and stuff, and he's over here just.
Free scaling them.
See, that's what's scary. And when people are doing it for hours on end,
I mean, some people are just so in shape, man. I mean, one hike through, our local mountains, and I'm just.
That's what we were talking about last time.
Yeah.
Put me in the Costco parking lot by the time I reach the door.
Yeah, dude,
I'm out.
It sucks.
Hey, that's why you have two teams. You have someone drop you off, and then
Yeah. Oh man, they need something like one of those what is it? The things that take you up there? And
trolley.
Escalators. Or?
Yeah. Like a huge escalator. It takes you way up there.
Have you guys ever been to the airport? And I haven't been in a while, but those escalators and you just walk and you feel like you're going so fast. I don't
understand that escalator flat on level. Yeah. I don't understand that.
I don't get it either. There faster. I mean, if you're late, but
I wish I want to know how much faster, because I feel like I'm going at least 20 miles an hour.
There's obviously a reason there. If you're gonna invest or put money into a
200-foot floor.
Yeah.
But oh man. How much faster do you need to go?
You feel like a superhero on that.
Yeah,
thing,
you do,
You gotta catch that flight.
Yeah, sometimes I go.
Do what you gotta do.
The worst though is when the assholes are on it, not walking.
Oh yeah, I remember when I was a
shit.
kid, dude. I would jump over people. I didn't care.
It's crazy.
And that I don't know. Can you guys want to transition into another idea that I have?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so as a kid, I would not care about doing anything to anyone. I'd point at people with deformities or whatever and not care. Because you don't know.
That's every
My
kid,
dad's
though.
still like that though.
All kids are like that.
Yeah. But My thing, and I was thinking on this over here, like it was a crappy day. Like I got a speeding ticket, I got an F on my Spanish test. It's just
it sucks.
It's just been a bad day for me. But I'm like, you know, and I'm thinking about all the terrible things that are going on in the world, and I'm just like, if I didn't know about any of this stuff, if I didn't care, you know, ignorant bliss. You guys know what ignorant bliss is? It's just like you're so unaware of the world, of the problems of the world, of your, you know, just you're happy though because you don't know any of these things.
I get what you're saying.
Or would you rather know all these problems, like know about your life, know about the things that go on in the world?
That is a good question because if you know, huh?
Nothing would get fixed if it's ignorant bliss.
Well, we're not saying like the whole world.
No, it's just like you're happy being stupid, and that's like a really simple.
So basically,
term.
you being oblivious to everything going on and just focus about you now.
Yes, exactly, and just not even the bad things in your life. Just like if you have a bad thing, it's basically it's only about you. You know.
Well, I mean, have you ever met somebody like that? It's awful.
Yeah, they're just
I'd hate to be that guy.
They're terrible people.
Yeah,
but they don't know that they're that.
But
guy,
they don't
though.
know exactly,
They
and then
don't know.
not only that, I mean. They seem so happy, and I'm like, I want that, but I
Yes.
don't want that.
Exactly.
So it's like, what
because
the hell?
you know already. It's like the Matrix, like with the blue pill and the red pill. You know, it's like if you had the choice, though, would you go back? That's my question.
See, that's weird because we would be happy if we were it, but we're happy that we're not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I think I
here.
would too, but I also want to.
Because even things that I know that are happening,
You
I
would
can
never know.
shut it
though.
off.
You would never know what it's like to know about everything and to have it compared. You know.
Well, in a way, everybody's kind of. How did you say it?
Ignorant to the world, or
Yeah, exactly.
I think if I was a lazier person,
What do you mean?
I would want to be ignorant.
But what person can't
Go on your computer.
shut off certain things and not worry about it?
I mean, like some of
This
our.
is okay. I got in this discussion. I'm sorry.
No, go
but
ahead.
okay, this is where I got in a discussion, and I told my mom the other day. She thought I was fucking an idiot, but I said, I think I want to go and I want to butcher my own cow. If I'm gonna eat meat, I should know how it is to kill a cow. She goes, "Are you fucking crazy? Like, why don't you go to the store and just buy?" Well, the thing is, I'm so, not connected to that whole experience. How am I supposed to go ahead and live with myself eating cow meat?
I've heard of people like my grandma. So my great granddad,
Yeah.
great grandpa. That was weird. I said dad.
Great granddaddy.
My
Yeah.
grandpapa.
About this?
Okay, so my grandparents, my grandmom's dad was a butcher.
Yeah.
And my
I'm comfortable. Sorry,
Go ahead.
I've got long legs.
and my
That chair sucks.
It does. I feel like I'm about to break it.
It's cool. Your guys' ass has to be hurting. Is your
Yeah,
ass hurting?
It's not my ass right now. It's my
Okay,
back. I feel
anyways.
like
Oh,
I'm
that
some
sucks.
old man.
I gotta get some more. Actually, I called that. Emailed that lady. We should be having some chairs in here pretty soon.
back to topic.
Okay.
My,
Oh yeah, so your
my
great grandpapa.
my great grandpapa was a butcher, and my grandma will not eat chicken because she knows what it's like to see what the whole process is. So what if you're the same way? What if you killed a cow? You're like, that's fucking
Is that
disgusting.
a bad thing though?
But
I
then,
think that's
yeah,
half
exactly.
the reason I don't like fish.
What do you mean?
Because
Shut
I
the
fillet
fish.
the
What the
fish.
fuck? Just fucking catch a fish and eat it. A
Yeah,
chicken, they like
well.
slit the neck and.
Yeah, that's a horrible thing. You see that big ass cow.
Have you seen there's
You fucking. It's a horrible scene. It's a horrible scene.
I remember.
and fish are the least like
They're just.
abused animals. Like chickens
They're
when they're on a
just-
farm,
I mean,
they're
okay.
fucking like
I don't feel sorry
kicked
for
around
fish.
and shit.
Fucking kill all the fish you want. I don't care. Fish. I mean that's the majority of people's
There's-
called food. But I don't think it's not. I don't think it's as worse as killing like a cow or something.
and there's
like that.
75% of the planet for them.
But the thing
There's
is,
plenty of them.
is you know that the cow is this is bad for the cow, but does the cow know that it's bad for
That's
itself?
the discussion. But
I went. These.
Wait, what do you mean?
Vegan people. Okay, so these vegan people came to my school, and they're trying. And I'm not against veganism. I'm not against pescatarianism or whatever. To only eat fish and not meat.
I did that for a while.
But
For a few
and
months.
I know I'm dependent on meat. I love the taste of meat.
where I
But they
am.
came to our school, and their thing was, we'll give you $1 if you watch our 5-minute video. So I'm like, okay, I can spend 5 minutes to get $1. And it was just like they treat these chickens terribly. They treat the cows terribly.
Wait,
They're not
is it
free
it's the
range.
same video? It's like the bulls had rings and they'd put it around a pole.
It's not with the cows. They just showed them like burning. Like this man owns this cow. And they'd sear
I'm telling
them.
you, for animals that we buy like in the grocery store, it's a fucked up process.
And and that's the thing is like you see the finished product at the store, and that's why most people don't care. But the thing is like
yeah.
we care about it because we're higher beings and we know that this is wrong. You know, we would not want to do this to another human. But the cow doesn't know. It knows it's feeling pain, obviously, because it's a nerve end. All animals have nerve endings. But it doesn't know. This is a bad thing because we should be treated like...
What if they, what if a cow is aware of its surroundings? Like, what if they see what's happening to that cow and then what if they know?
We don't know that, though.
We don't, yeah. And it's hard to test, too.
That's the other question. Do you think that if, let's say it was a first grade mandatory thing to where we had to watch a video like that?
Yeah. I think that should be mandatory.
What percentage of the world do you think would still eat meat?
I don't know.
Do you think it would change, like,
I think
dramatically?
It would drastically change it, but at the same time...
I said dramatically. It's fucking weird.
It's cool. I know. I've been messing up my words all day, too. But what's it called? I think that and war. I think that and an actual...
War?
Yeah. I think people should know how a freaking war zone looks like after people go through it.
And there's a statistic that in combat, that's not where majority of our soldiers are dying. It's suicide.
Yeah.
No way.
There's more suicides from our soldiers than in combat because of combat.
Oh, well, of course, because the shit that they see, though. I mean, maybe I guess that's a crazy point to put it, because if civilians are watching this and they can kind of... But I mean...
I thought that was a crazy statistic, though, that they're not dying in combat, they're dying because of combat.
That's the first time I heard. That's crazy.
Why do you think so much money now, or so much controversy is being put towards Veterans Affairs, afterwards? Because some of these people aren't coming back with, like, their legs blown off and, like, their arms blown off.
No,
they're coming back with
PTSD.
PTSD.
Some people, a lot of people, are more messed up with everything still attached. They don't have any wounds.
Of course.
But they're more fucked up than people without legs. Like...
But what do you think is the main thing that gets them to, like, wow? Is it seeing what
I think it's because of seeing...
I think
the people that are
seeing and being
hurt.
told. You're being told to do this to people, but you don't necessarily have a connection with these people.
Exactly. So it's like, if you were a soldier, I'm telling you, you're going to see this, but don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't hit you till later when everything you start thinking about what you did. And
I can't even imagine I can't even imagine if somebody's going ahead and they're in that kind of scenario. They're laying down at night. Imagine all the things that just goes through their heads that they've seen, dude. It has to be insane.
And I remember when I was in English class, we watched a video, a PTSD, I guess,
survivor,
therapy.
Yeah.
They would put those games you put a helmet in the goggle, and in the helmet there's a screen, so it looks like you're
virtual reality helmet.
They put you back in war. So you don't think about what you did. You're still living in the present, and your body's making you go through it. So basically, they keep you in war forever.
How do they do? Wait, what are you talking about? These are...
So they would go to... people with PTSD would go to doctors...
Why would they want to put them back into that if that's what's giving it to them?
Because people with PTSD is... When it's over, then you think about it. But if it's never over, you won't think about it.
I don't think that's true.
So
I don't think that's true either.
So you're in war forever. I watched a documentary, and people are going through it. They were testing it to see if it helped.
I would
They're testing it? Or is it a sure thing?
Was it effective?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been doing it for this guy has been doing it for a year and a half.
But is it still being tested? You can go ahead and do a year and a half, and it's still not testing.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I think that's it right there. If you're put into the situation in which you are constantly stressed, like
you can adapt to it.
Within it, you adapt to it exactly,
until
and then you
eventually
come back, and it's just a switch goes off.
Exactly.
I don't know, dude. That would suck. I would not want to put anybody back in that kind of scenario. I think that's a horrible thing.
But sometimes that's the best thing for them.
How do you know that?
Yeah, well, how's this the best? I honestly, I disagree.
Well, obviously,
with that.
obviously, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I really think that's the best
But
thing.
if you think about it, because when people are in war, they're worrying about it. It scares them.
How about this?
They're not like...
How about this? If a woman was raped or a man was raped, you're going to put them through that all the time? And so they go, okay, virtually put your goggles on, and you're going to be raped.
It's obviously certain scenarios.
But not even that. Damien's got a point.
And for only certain people, because what if 10% of people with PTSD can adapt to it by doing that therapy? Then obviously it's worth the therapy.
But it's not adapting in the sense that, I'm over it. I've accepted what I've done. It's let's put you back in this situation so you get used to it and it doesn't bother you.
It's like medication. I mean, like you can go ahead and you feel good for. I don't know how long this would make you feel better for, but then you're gonna have a what's it called? You're gonna relapse, and you're gonna start feeling it again.
Exactly. So I don't know.
I mean, it's crazy, man.
I think that's a horrible thing, dude.
But that's a terrible statistic. More suicides.
That is. I never would have thought that.
But
that's crazy.
Do you think the internet is helping kind of get rid of PTSD? Not in the sense that it's stopping it after the fact, but before the fact. For example, so. Like you see all this gore and this blood and this death, and
that's another thing. Because even movies.
Yeah.
Like people come back from war, they don't have PTSD, but then a war movie
Will
comes out,
trigger
and then it's game over.
I don't like that whole putting them people back into that environment.
What if it works for that guy? I don't know. I mean,
but
so if putting that helmet on that guy helped him, you guys still are against it?
But there's no other way to help him, and that's the only way, or that's the most effective.
I think that it's the same thing with like kind of chemo right now. It's a horrible thing to go into chemo,
but it keeps them content in a way.
It keeps them kind. I mean, there's a chance.
It's not healing them, but it keeps them content.
It's a sucky ass thing to have chemo into you, dude. But then that's gonna be a sucky thing. But should we use that now so that way later on that we find? I get what you're kind of saying. Should we use this thing that we're putting them back in that kind of scenario for right now as a solution until we find
That's what they're doing. It's obviously not a cure.
Yeah, that's true. There is no cure because it's a mental thing, and there's no cure for any mental. There's no medication. There's no therapy for it. It's something personal. Okay,
here's a little. I think this maybe can kind of transition into this, but there's this thing called neo-evolution now, and these neo-evolutionists are these scientists are now going to be able to put things in your genes and different things like that, so that if your brain's going to be more if you have a family issue with addiction, they're going to be able to remove that now out of your kind of your
that's a gene.
That's a gene thing. But do you think later on they'll start taking that out of what's so funny?
The chair.
The creeping on the chair.
I apologize for
it's cool.
listening.
I don't know where I was going with that anyways.
Sorry. I gotta move, dude. My legs. Like.
Check it out.
No,
like,
it's the
I know
chair,
what
it's
you're
the chair.
saying with the gene stuff. When it comes to are you talking about
messing with God, being God, basically?
Yeah, but here's the situation on that. Do you think? Yeah,
how are they removing it?
They're not removing it. Well, you can get it removed.
Certain parts.
Everything you are and will be is in your DNA, and now they're figuring out how to take out little splices of your DNA. Addiction, your sex drive, everything is in your DNA.
Here's a good question. Can you turn a homosexual straight?
Well, that's a whole different.
I think that might be a different thing.
Yeah, that's like if you believe if it's genetic.
I don't know. Maybe
it's not a belief. I'm pretty sure there has to be like a.
I don't know.
A true. Like I don't think it's a belief.
That's if you think it's you're born with it, or if it's created socially.
See, that's the other thing.
For me, I don't think you're born with it.
Is there a way to prove that, or will it forever be?
They are trying to find the gay gene. They're working on trying to find the.
Actually,
gay gene.
There was a gay bomb. Did you know? Have you guys ever hear about this?
I heard about
it.
Well, because there's gay rats and animals. It has to be a gene.
Gay rats.
They're not.
There are gay animals.
I don't think
they're not gay because it's more like the Greeks back in the day. Like it wasn't like I'm having sex with a man.
Exactly.
I'm dominating this man.
You think it's the jail theory?
What?
To prove you're masculine, I'm gonna fuck you.
Yeah, that's basically.
I don't even think that's it. I think back in the day they just did it for fun. That's the normal.
I'm talking about animals. Now, I think present day.
Now religion has made sex a sin.
Oh, dude, religion made it horrible for a sin. That's why they don't. I think the whole reason why they can't get married is because of religion. Because isn't it marriage? It's a
sacred vow between a man and a woman.
You're pronouncing your love to God.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know if you are a Christian and you're homosexual and that. Why would you even want to be into that if they're gonna just scrutinize you? Like, why would you want to have that religion?
That's the thing. I think that's why people are trying to fight it.
And then plus, if you want to get married, I think there should be a way to get married or not even if you don't want to call it married. I know there's the partnership thing, but of course they want some. But also for gay people, I feel some people actually do it for love, that they love this person, they want to get married to him.
Yeah.
But then there's also people going out there and just want to, we want to be the same. And I think that's where you kind of differentiate, or I can't say that right, but fucking kind of separate yourself from all the other people, and that's where I think you're moving into a wrong direction. You're like,
I give it a year, and it'll be perfectly fine. Because now the NBA player came out.
One guy in the NBA came out.
One's gonna trigger hundreds. I bet you.
There was football players last year who did it, and they're like these big ass Samoan dudes. Like, I kind of.
No, I'm talking about like the Ravens. They wrote a letter saying that they're approving equal.
Oh, that's because everybody. Okay, they're asking all these players.
I don't think any NFL player has came out. I think they just said like they.
No current ones.
Agree.
No current ones. happens.
I don't even think this is. I think it's
But, I mean,
ridiculous.
that's a current NBA player, which is going to trigger more.
Okay, you can say it in that sense, but I don't even know why it's a big goddamn thing in the first place. If you're gay, you're gay. Who cares? Why is
Because
it a
you're
big
not
deal?
because you're not extremely religious. With people that have
Yeah.
these
Why-
religious morals and they believe strictly to what their belief is.
Okay, this is where it kind of separates from the whole religious and crazy religious. I think religious is a good thing for people if it helps you. You know, I'm not a religious person, but if it helps certain people, by all means, go ahead. And, you know,
It should be a belief. It shouldn't control your life.
okay, but then also, too, people shouldn't try to change people's perception on things if they're either not religious or because I have a lot of family members that look down upon me because I say, you know what, I don't know if I believe in any God right now. You know what I mean? But they go and they look down upon me and they say, well, you're going to go to hell. But what if I don't believe in hell? I know it's a crazy topic to talk about, but I don't think anybody should try to force upon a religion upon you or even be kind of push.
Because why do they care?
Exactly. Why does it care? I'm not going to go to anybody. If somebody's a religious person, I go, what you believe in is wrong. Yeah. I believe in
See,
science.
that's where a huge difference, because atheist...
I'm not going to do that. I would never put somebody down like that.
I'm going to put you in the category of atheist. Atheists don't push Christians to become atheists, but Christians will antagonize the shit out of it.
Atheism is a religion. It's not an attacking religion. I'm not going to say that, but it's the belief that there is no God. So some people will actually say you have to believe that there is no God.
But I've never heard of an.
Yeah, I don't like that.
What's that called then?
It's like I call it attacking atheists, or a hostile atheist.
I've never heard of an atheist attack a Christian
all the time. We call them stupid, ignorant.
If you look at that documentary, the religious thing, I mean,
religious.
Oh, by Bill Maher, whatever.
Yeah, that guy. But I mean, sometimes he could come out just really fucking arrogant.
Oh my god, dude, he went on this rant the other day about all Muslims. He was like, these guys, we should profile them. We should do all this stuff to them because their religion is bad. Like, their religion, you can't criticize their religion, and that's why we should be against Muslims or whatever.
I don't even think, because if you talk to some Muslim people in different countries, I've seen so many documentaries on it. There's even radical Muslims. There's regular, which I think some Muslims believe, and I don't know if it's the Quran or
they read
or something
the Quran.
else.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
But if they believe that there's no murder, they don't believe in murder, that you shouldn't hurt another person or something like that. I don't know if it's exactly that one. Of course, I'm speaking out of ignorance here, but there's one of them that says it, and there's still these radical Muslims still doing these bombings and stuff like that. So I mean, we don't know how they view things because we're not there to talk to them about it. Like, I don't know.
But I mean, it just goes back to religion. Religion likes to change, like with the homosexuality thing, and like Holden was saying, in a year people will change. I don't think so. I think this is.
I think it'll change very soon.
I think it's going to take a generation or a couple of generations.
No, I think
Are you saying that religion still is going to continue?
Well,
like
how many states is it legal now?
For what?
Like 3 or 4. It's New Hampshire was the first one. I want to say Maine or New Hampshire was the first one.
I think within maybe not a year. I say within 5 years.
Yeah.
Majority, everything.
I mean,
but the South.
I support gay rights, but the thing is that that's my. I'm not a deeply religious person. I am a religious person. I believe there's a God. I believe Jesus was the Son of God. All that. But my religion, my sect of Christianity, I'm Greek Orthodox Christian. We don't believe that we have to convert people to Christianity to go to heaven. We always make this joke because, we see these pop-up churches that were created in like the 1800s, and like Mormonism and
see what you mean?
What do you call it? Like, the ones where you see them on TV and it's like, God will save you. And they have they have these revival shows. And our thing is like, if you're not a Christian, I'm still going to heaven because I know I'm right.
Yeah, you're not trying to recruit them.
Yeah, I'm not trying to recruit you. I know you're wrong. I'm not trying to recruit. I know I'm right. So that's the only thing that matters to me is that I'm right. It's a very but other religions are more. I mean, I guess you could say they're not as selfish and they're like, you're wrong, and I have to change your mind, and that's. I mean, Westboro Baptist Church, but those guys are
radicals. They're crazy.
Those people.
I mean,
they actually made it on the FBI ban, they are hate like a racist group or hate monger group.
That's horrible.
Have you seen these people?
No.
They go to soldiers' protests or soldiers' funerals, dead American soldiers, and they hold up signs that say like "You deserve to die," or they'll go to like a abortion clinic or something like that, and God hates fags, and like all these different things, like
gay rally and stuff
Jesus,
like that. I mean,
just
they're
terrible people.
horrible. This is the craziest thing, and actually Anonymous got into it
I love
with
Anonymous.
him. Yeah, I don't know if they're really good or really bad, because our government tells you, oh, them hackers are horrible. But okay, back to the situation. That church, always mess up their name, but
The Westboro Baptist.
Westboro Baptist Church. You gotta say it with the accent.
yeah, there you go. But okay, they're going ahead, and the Sandy Hook shooting thing, they went over there and said it was God did this because you were taking religion out of school.
Mm-hmm.
And they were getting ready to go ahead and make these picket signs and go over there.
And protest the kids' funerals.
Yes, dude. Horrible, horrible, crazy people. And if you talk to them, they all have the same liners. If you talk, oh, what do you think about this? They'll have a scripted answer for every single
Are you
answer.
guys, have
every
you guys
single
ever
one
seen
of
the
them.
documentary online? There's this guy for the BBC named something Thoreau.
David Thoreau, the guy with David Thoreau, the animal guys.
No,
you
I
see
don't-
the majestic lawn.
No, it's not. It's something. I forgot the first name. Or Louis Thoreau.
Oh, I never heard of
But he did a documentary on the most hated family in America. Is that them? Do you guys know?
Is that the white family?
Yeah.
I think I've seen it.
And
I-
they
I've
do
never
like
heard
that
of it.
same. They do that same kind of shit though.
Well, that's
Oh,
Here's the question though: has the Westboro Church, since its
He's one of them.
debut, like, have they grown in popularity? Like, have people?
there's
come
some
in
people actually.
and it grown just based on the fact
Yeah,
that they're
they're
doing
shocked.
such crazy like shock and awe, like.
It's just this one church doing this.
yeah.
I believe there could be more.
They're the main, like they're the ones that get the most news coverage on it. And
So-
you're right,
so-
they have grown because of this.
And I don't even know why they put them on the news. That's the reason why
The
they're
news
doing
is
it.
disgusting.
It is, dude.
I
It's a-
hate the news.
Well, I mean, I wish there can be a news, because news actually was a good thing back in the day. Well, when it got started from newspapers and stuff like that, there's still some kind of propaganda towards news went back in the day. But still, I think real journalism should be. I think real journalism should be brought back in a way, because there's hardly people are starting to put like.
Well, there is, but it's online and people have to read, and people are lazy to read.
I don't know about that.
But
I mean,
it's not even that. You can make money off these stories. That's the thing, and they're not taking advantage of it. They're putting just these shock and awe stories, like
Yeah.
man,
Well,
man
it's
creates
ba-
biggest pizza.
It's
you know?
like reality shows. They know what you want to see. They know what's going to get views, so they only show that.
You guys want to hear a weird news story?
what's that?
Throw it at us.
Today, a Southern California jury has convicted a woman who was accused of drugging her estranged husband before severing his penis
Wait, what?
and tossing it in a garbage disposal.
Ah, she's a copycat.
Yeah.
Jurors found
That's the,
Catherine
what is it?
Q guilty
Lorena
Monday.
Bobbitt.
Lorena Bobbitt.
She threw it in a force though.
No, she threw it in the freeway.
Oh, the freeway. That's right. And they had to find that little thing.
And then they
They're
sewed it
like,
back on and became a
"Oh,
porn
fuck it."
star.
Oh,
He did a porn.
That
they put it back on him.
My-
No, they put a bigger
That's
one on him.
gross.
Yeah, and it was backwards.
I wonder how that feels to the girl. You think that's like, because you know they have like ribbed condoms and all that stuff.
Wait, what? Oh
Ribbed
yeah,
they've got like spikes and shit.
dude. I seen one. I seen one look like a grenade. It was scary.
like those water balloons when you were a kid.
Dude, I was like, I'm gonna blow that pussy up, baby. Boom, kabang,
They do have some fucking weird ass condoms.
shrapnel.
If you go to Walmart, they have like a variety pack of like 24 condoms. Each one's a different shape.
Oh, dude, if you go to any college
What?
campus, they give out
Why would you
condoms
want-
like candy. Dude.
It's not for
Like,
you, it's for the lady.
Oh, okay. Talking about that, this the campus giving out condoms thing. There was a college. Me and Holden talked about this before off the podcast, but there was a college in Canada, which to promote safe sex, they were gonna have an orgy.
What?
Yep.
Basically, they have people have the sex in the gym. They
You have to wear a condom.
You have to wear a condom, obviously, yeah. But
I have to sign off on something, right? Or is it,
I don't
if you're
know.
above
I know
18?
we looked it
Was
up.
there,
yeah,
a
of course,
cleanup
of course.
crew?
We looked it up.
And
We looked it
Oh,
up.
that would suck for that
Well,
guy.
it's all condoms.
There's wearing a
yeah.
condom. I don't know. We looked it up. They,
There's other things
you
involved.
had it.
It's like
You're right.
condoms.
I remember we
man.
looked it up. You had to provide a medical statement proving that you're clean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you have to sign off saying that you obviously agree, and then strap a condom on and go
I
at
know,
it.
man. I mean,
I don't know. And this is where I got talking to Holden about that. I was like, okay, if all these people are gonna go in, and plus there's probably gonna be weird people going in.
I bet
But-
you it's seriously like you show up, it's gonna be 1,000 dudes and 5 girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
The
into
professor
that,
in the corner, he's been waiting for that day and all this other stuff. But
He's the one that thought of the idea.
yeah, let's do this. But I mean, That'd be
What if that's what he wanted though? Was a bunch of dudes to show up?
Oh, to watch them too. He didn't even act. He just watched everybody.
Oh,
That'd be,
and then they're like, we don't want to do this, but he's already jerking.
He's already jerking. He
I'm
invented
not-
the jerk.
I'm a private guy. Like I can't be no multiple. Like I wouldn't do a 3-way.
Okay, what if
Even
it was
with
the
two
most hottest
girls.
girls in the world? You wouldn't do a 3-way?
No, not even with 2 girls. Because in a 3-way, someone always gets left out, and I do.
Dude, you're the
honestly
most
believe-
I feel
selfish
bad
lover.
for the other girl.
I am.
I've heard your story. You're the most selfish lover in the world.
No,
Why
it's
wouldn't
not.
you want this?
Not put my.
Because you're always expected to do something in return. You know.
Guys, hear that?
And no, okay. Some dudes get off to girls getting pleasure, and that's all.
me.
Yeah, and I'm kind of a mutual, but more leaning towards me kind of thing. You know, like
The best. You gotta do something for it. At least get the condom with the
why
spikes
though?
on
Why?
It's yours.
The Bowser. I just imagine like a Bowser.
it. Yeah, I don't know. Man.
Why does
that makes you a terrible
from the
person.
last podcast? Yeah, I think this should be like the last topic should always be like something sexual. and
Sexual.
I feel like
that's
you.
unlimited topic.
You are like the sexual West Baptist.
God hates givers. Don't eat them out.
Don't eat the pussy.
I don't know, man. That's
It is a sin.
I mean, but it's just like same thing with like religion and like I always say there's a couple of things you can't argue with people about. Is one, religion, obviously. 2,
how they fuck.
Politics.
sports, music, and sex. Those 5 things I think you can't argue with people.
I think
about
you can
them.
argue with sex. In a way, well, because you
No,
have a
it's
different
all-
sexual.
it's all-
a personal
It's all
thing.
That's a
preference.
personal thing.
It's all preference.
You know, some dudes like getting their anuses licked apparently.
Oh yeah, dude, we have a friend that wants
I
to
heard
do
from
it.
the last
He
one. I heard
wanted
from the last
to.
Oh man,
I
that
wanted
is
to
a
say that name
difficult.
so bad,
yeah, I
but
know.
no.
No, I mean let's not
No.
go back to that one, but I'm just no to you know.
Oh man,
Definitely not.
especially.
not.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna touch that booty hole. I
Sorry,
don't want to do
ladies.
that. That's what. Yeah, sorry, ladies.
I mean, but just going back to the homosexual thing. I don't know. I like I said, I'm 100% in support of gay people. I think they should have equal rights, all this kind of stuff. It's a personal choice. I'm not gay, and I don't mind if someone else is gay. They're not. It's not me.
Doesn't bother you?
It doesn't bother me, but. Are you born with it? Is there a gay gene? Do you think there is a gay gene, or do you think? I think it's caused by social things.
I don't
you
think-
get picked on when you're a kid, or
I
I
believe
don't know.
kind of the same thing in a way, but somebody kind of remember that one discussion that we had with I think it was your cousin,
family.
your family, where she's like, well, how do you feel when you see a hot girl? Well, okay, yeah, oh man, she's really attractive. I like her. I want to have a mating ritual with her, but she, yeah, and then what's it called? But maybe they feel the exact same way when they see somebody, and I felt that since I was going through puberty. So if it's a puberty thing and they go through puberty and they start liking dudes, maybe it could be born.
I feel like
I believe though it also could be because somebody pushed you in that direction.
But that's the
I feel like it's a gene that's triggered by your surroundings. I think you're born
that
with
could
it,
be,
because maybe it
yeah.
doesn't come up. It's in maybe everybody. I don't know. And then the way you were raised, it triggers it in some people.
I think so because I do know somebody that.
Because I think kind of like the. It's not really like that at all.
I mean, but my
it's
thing-
kind of
my
like
thing
if
is,
you were
like,
raised by a dad that's just like, oh no
Flamboyant.
fags, just you better like girls. Then maybe it's kind of how how girls, when they're raised by really strict parents, they have to go for the
Barbies,
bad guys. They have to go because they want the other lifestyle.
Yeah.
So what if it's like that? What if people are raised by people saying no fag, you can't be gay, this and that? It's like,
I don't-
well, why not?
I
What
don't
if I
know.
I
want to
mean,
try
but
that?
that's the thing is like we don't know what every homosexual story is. There could be some homosexuals that were raised in a normal household and they're just like, hey, I'm just gay. Like that's just me.
I think there's a lot of those though. I think there's a lot of those
Definitely.
out there, and I
Yeah.
think there's people maybe
A lot of those.
could be those.
Oh, I think-
I know. I'm
they're
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
A lot
yeah.
of thems.
Yeah.
I
God
think
damn it.
there's probably
Singling them out.
I don't know. I think I think there's more than half of people that will at least try it.
I mean, we don't know that because
I don't know.
we're but it's like there's this weird statistic. It's like 1 out of every 30 people, 30
Guys.
men, have like tried to dress or like have worn women's clothing. I mean,
Really?
And there's so I mean, if you look
I don't
at
know
it,
about that, but I do know there was a.
do you think there's more gay men or women?
I think gay man.
that's tough. See, that's the thing is.
Women, I think, are just whores. They'll try anything. Women, you'll
society not expects, but accepts lesbians more than they do gay men because
that's
because if a woman starts making out with another girl or does whatever, it's
society loves it.
Apparently, it's hot to another. I don't find
Fox News is all over it.
Yeah. But if two dudes are doing it or whatever, it's like, oh, dude, that's gross.
Or twins. Why do people like twins? They're two
that's
sisters.
family, yeah. It's like,
what the hell? They're
like, there's these two. Like, I watch a lot of wrestling. I'm not gonna deny it.
You would have loved our friend. Oh my God, you should meet
Like-
your friend.
like-
Anthony.
like
the anus guy or
like WWE
No, no,
or
no,
like
no, no.
WWE,
or like
not like Olympic, not that real crap. You
not
know?
like
Oh, actually, it's
not like-
ended, so you can't watch it anymore in the Olympics.
No, they're
Wait, so
getting
not,
rid
not
of
like
wrestling.
like
Why?
porn, like Pornhub
Look at
wrestling.
that big old thing.
No, I've never watched that before.
I've seen those. Have you seen those?
I don't watch porn.
There's
I do.
In 3 weeks, there's a Jello wrestling contest at my school. If you guys want to come
A
partake.
Jello wrestling contest. That
yeah.
seems awesome.
That actually,
I'm very
I'm
strict
down.
about the color of
I'll
Jell-O.
be eating the Jello, not even.
Hey, move out of the way, bitch.
Get off me.
But shit. What was I saying before?
About how society accepts female gays but not males,
I lost.
We
the
lost
which is
it.
very true because men,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's completely like shunned. It's just
Looked down upon.
get away. Yeah, that's exactly.
But that's from the male perspective. A lot of stuff is thrown in the male perspective. Like, have you guys ever asked a girl what they think about two dudes doing it?
I have.
No,
What do they like that? Because every girl I've talked to, they're like,
They don't.
no, that's
No.
gross.
Even
Like,
Yeah, they don't like
They
it.
don't.
see, I think it's girls aren't attracted to gay men. It's like the stereotypical thing. They want them as a friend.
yeah.
No.
But
I don't see it as that. I think women
I think
are
so.
more inclined to be bi than men are.
Yeah.
to be
I
bi,
think
yeah.
definitely.
I think.
I think
I know I'm
every
just making
girl-
an assumption, but
I think at least 95% of women are bisexual.
I
They will
Uh,
try it at least.
I don't say 90, but I say a lot of them.
Yeah.
I see a lot of them have at least kissed a girl, if not gone a little bit farther.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, and that just goes back to like the men, like in the macho society. You know, it's like if we said 95% of men want to be bisexual or try stuff with a guy, because the thing with a female mentality is girls like I don't know what the statistic is, but girls can't get off. Like they can't like with a guy. It's really hard for a girl to get off. Like
It's true, too.
to have an orgasm, not
It's
to come,
weird.
but have an orgasm. So. But when they're with a woman knows another woman how to get another woman off, and that's the thing is I think like if like with a guy like I know how to get myself off, and this is gonna be the gayest sounding thing, but
you
I
ask
could
him?
probably get another guy off just because I know
Do
what
you
would
know?
get me off.
I see what
you
you're
know?
saying.
So it's like
I don't think so. Because I think the same thing is like it's all,
personal preference.
yeah.
I don't know about
People
that.
get off by certain
I
things.
think there's still some areas, some sensitive.
No.
I'm sure
areas.
there's some girls that you can get off in 10 minutes by kissing her neck.
That's true. That is very true. Yeah.
But then
But other
to
girls
go
take
back to your
hours
thing,
going at everything.
I want to go back to your thing and say, I think guys are kind of. I don't think that's. I think the guy has to be gay or bisexual in order to do that.
To do what?
To say if you're going to do anything to a guy to make him climax or whatever you want to call it, I think you would have to be into that in order to, you know what I mean, to get off.
I don't think you have to be into it because there's like, I remember in 7th grade.
I don't understand what he's saying.
That, like, I don't know, I'm gonna use Nathan as an example because he's been a little quiet. But me and Nathan, you know, are thrown in this life or death situation where we have to have sex with each other to survive,
No.
or
But you're
not.
not.
Not even that. But the thing is like we couldn't get off because we're not attracted to each other. I'm not attracted to men. He's not attracted to men.
I get it.
So it's like, even if I knew, oh, Nathan's, you know, my sensitive spot is this, so Nathan's sensitive spot might be that, it's still, he couldn't get off from it. But I still think...
But that's the other thing I want to do is like if you do think that if you got a group of 20 males,
Yeah.
straight men, but you put them in a movie theater showing gay porn,
I don't think you would not get hard at all.
I wouldn't.
I'm saying, do you think majority of straight men would?
No.
No,
No.
I don't think so because we're visual creatures for one thing, and that's what I'm going back to that. If I'm not into that, I don't know how I'm going to get hard at that. If I'm not going to get hard at that, how the hell is another dude going to make me?
You can watch weird porn that you're not into, but you can still get aroused.
Well, here, how about this? I can watch a dude have sex with a girl and get aroused, but I can't watch two dudes do it.
Because you're focusing on the girl and you're picturing
girl.
yourself, what if I was that guy
Exactly.
doing it? That's the thing.
You're
That-
looking
that's,
beyond.
I mean, it depends. How do you
Yeah.
guys look at porn?
I look at men in different ways.
I mean, not the men, but like when you look at the actual porn video, do you see yourself as like, I'm with that
Everybody's-
girl?
Especially like those POV videos, point of view.
Yep.
Yeah,
Don't act like you don't know the name. It's like it's the fourth category.
Yeah.
Dead tube.
Yeah.
Dead tube.
Well,
Yeah,
I thought you
yeah,
guys
that's
were gonna
gross,
say
man.
it.
God damn, that name just turned me off.
They're all dressed in zombies, dude.
Oh, really?
What do you guys think of themed porn?
I love it.
Like, there was my favorite, one of my favorite porn stars, Priya Rai. I don't know if you guys have seen.
Oh,
Priya
yeah,
Rai.
she's the Indian girl.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, man,
she did
big
this.
old knockers.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. But one of these things is she did this new one. I haven't watched it yet. It's called like Isis's Temple or something like that, and it's all Egyptian themed and
If
stuff.
you haven't seen it, how do you know the title?
Because she on
There's not like movie previews
on
for
her
this?
Twitter, she like put like filming my new film, you know,
Okay.
and it just shows like this sleazy.
You're
director.
dedicated, dude. You're dead like her.
Yeah, she puts
Twitter?
Dude, Twitter. I met some of. Or I've tweeted to some of my favorite people in the world that I didn't even know. Like,
They respond?
yeah, they respond. Like this one
Lucky.
guy. He's a voice actor for anime cartoons.
That's pretty cool.
And I used to watch a lot of anime when I was a kid on Saturday mornings, but they were really obscure ones. Like
Go back to the porn.
But anyways, he's the voice actor for one of them, and I tweeted him, and I was like, "Thanks for being part of my childhood and the voice of some of my favorite characters." He's like, "Oh, cool, thanks. I'm glad you appreciate it." But anyways, do you guys find themed porn?
What do you mean?
More
by
attractive.
What do
or
you
like
mean by
more.
Themed porn, as in like this like Egyptian themed, and then you have like Jungalina, Jive in the Jungle, and shit.
I don't.
Like,
I like
strangely, I get really into the plot.
the plot. Exactly. Like
So if it's-
you're
if
gonna
it's-
buy a house.
I can't-
She's the
The real
house.
estate
Yeah, the
agent.
real
I
estate agent.
can't watch. I don't know why I can't get into porn if it's like, it turns on, they're fucking.
The music.
She comes, it's over.
I don't know about that.
I want a
So
movie. I want
boring
a
compared to,
scenario.
like, everything else.
and that's just going back to our earlier conversation before we
It
started.
makes me feel like I can be in that scenario.
Well, not even just that scenario, but porn itself is detrimental to normal relationship sex.
Very.
It is,
Very.
because you want it to be like that. You think it's gonna be this
It's-
great
it's the-
thing.
it's the-
you imagine your body's gonna be cut up and toned
People-
like the dude.
Big old
People,
wiener.
Yeah.
okay, people have like, people
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
like for
I know,
movie
man.
for movie
God damn it.
characters in movies, people will set their I don't know how to say, expectations into
Too
that
high.
character. So like, I want my girlfriend
To be
to
like
be
that.
like this, but porn puts it into that and into a more physical way. So we're like, I want her to do this.
Yeah.
I want her to be this person in
And
bed.
I'm a victim of that. Honestly, is
Oh,
I have
definitely.
I have high standards towards women, even though like I'm a big dude. Like I'm a big dude who does not like big women, and that's the truth. Like I want.
Do you watch a lot of porn though?
You like tiny chicks?
Not tiny. I mean, it's hard to describe it, but go ahead.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go
no,
ahead.
go.
Complete your thought because I actually have something about. Oh, I'll just fucking say
Wait,
it
do you,
now.
do you
I'm
watch
sorry.
a lot of porn then?
No, I would say I do not want. I mean,
Why is it so like effective in your life then?
I mean,
I watch a lot
I
of it.
blame it on a lot of other things, like just my friends. If I, just the women that
Just the way people talk.
Yeah, just the way people like they kind of expect you to be with that hot girlfriend, and like you kind of like have to live up to that pedestal of
So you feel like you don't need porn, but you just watch it so that way you can talk about it.
So do you think
What
if
do you mean?
Like you watch it just.
No, I'm attracted to the women in the porn
Okay,
videos,
never mind.
obviously.
I'm sorry.
wait, so are you?
No.
Do you only have high standards because you're friends? Like you're just embarrassed to like who you want to like?
I think that's one of the main factors. If we're gonna get into like the deep stuff, I care a lot about what people think about me, and it's my biggest.
I think everybody has that
Flaw.
little.
Everybody has a lot of it.
I wouldn't say a lot of it. There's some people kind of comfortable with themselves.
Yeah.
But I think
No,
not
it-
as much.
I think everybody is.
They have
I mean,
something.
correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody's had that moment to where you
Are
have
embarrassed.
connected to a female, and then you go to talk to her, and then you see your friends, so you kind of get nervous and you shut down.
Yeah.
Well, I just have a problem talking with chicks. Period. Even if my
See,
friends.
I don't
are
have a problem talking with women at all. I can approach any woman and say any like.
So, I have a.
See, that's good.
I have
can't.
a shyness in front of people. It's like I can talk to a female perfectly fine
Yeah.
one on one, but
group.
if I was with you guys walking down the
You got,
street
like,
and I
like
saw
stage
her,
fright, kinda?
I would like, oh shit.
Not even that. I mean, the person, either boy or girl, has to approach me first before I approach them.
Really?
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I can have the really good conversation with somebody, but I'm always too scared to start it out.
And
Like,
I
I never started a conversation with anyone.
I have like stage fright on
I
the
think
phone.
that's the same
I
with
can't
me.
talk on the phone.
Really? Yeah.
I have like stage fright on the
I
phone.
love talking on the
Talk on the phone. I can't do it.
I hate talking.
I
on the
won't hold
phone.
a
I love it.
conversation.
I can.
You have those long pauses where you're like trying to figure out.
I'm trying to think
Not
like, what
me.
do I say next?
Yeah.
I just ramble. I just go off. They think I'm weird.
She hasn't even talked yet. You're
Yeah.
still talking.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus. But I hate texting, though. Texting's, I think, worse in
I
my
text
eyes.
all damn day.
I text all day, but I see
man.
how detrimental it is to to interactions. I mean,
Yeah.
for one, if you're talking to someone on the phone, you can hear the emotion in their voice.
Yeah.
With a text, it's like,
Right.
haha, you're funny.
Well, that's why
it could be like,
that's why
"Are you being
technology is
sarcastic?"
advancing though, to where they have like now those little faces you add to show expression.
That
Emojis.
doesn't even. That doesn't even.
That does not.
Yeah.
I cannot get the feeling like, hey, I'm pissed off at you, or hey, I'm this or that.
No,
You know,
man.
like,
Like,
You
if I
can't
go-
get emotions across.
Well, it's
Yeah.
even like I can't hold a phone call, but like I've been trying to write like a stand up routine. So I'll go on like Omegle
yeah,
and then try to communicate to people, see if what works.
yeah.
Yeah, I do that
And,
too.
dude, I could talk to somebody for hours.
Yeah, dude, I can too.
I still find that weird, dude.
Well, actually,
I think it's weird too, but I'm going to do it. I start off as a purpose, like the first half an hour is about my routine, and I'm like,
and then you just start talking to
Then
them.
just start a
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Yeah, I know. But and then if you make them laugh real hard in the beginning, then you have to feel like you have to keep on going and
Yeah,
keep on
yeah,
doing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But then eventually
they
they just
did-
next you like you're not
everybody
funny
so
anymore.
far though hated my my celebrity rape joke.
Oh, really?
I want
You
to hear
didn't
it.
like
I haven't heard it.
Because
Yet.
I was just thinking, like, I'd work into the routine, I'd work my way into sex. So, be
Okay.
like, so have any of you guys ever tried role playing? Have you ever tried role playing during sex?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh,
So,
kinky.
oh yeah, what were you, a doctor? Were you Dr. Nathan over here?
I was a policeman.
He was the woman.
Oh, shit.
That's kind of like.
That's role play. I want to be the girl.
Yeah. Okay, go
No.
ahead. What were you
Okay, so I
saying?
was thinking, like, imagine, like, Brad Pitt and Angelina, they wanted to role play. How realistic would that rape scene be?
Oh yeah, that was
Oh my
beautiful. I
God.
think-
So Brad Pitt and Angelina, like, if Angelina loved having, like, Brad take control, so, like, okay, let's simulate a rape scene, though.
Yeah.
So they role play. How realistic would those two actors make that scene?
Because they're two actors.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's no.
the
No, but
whole
then- but
point
then-
of role playing is acting that part.
So he'd get it, but like, what
It's-
if he messed up, like he broke character and he got mad, so he really raped her?
Because the character is the. And oh my god! I see the joke in it. I just
Nobody
don't.
liked that.
It's not.
Even they hate it right
It's not that I hate it.
I
It's
fucking love
not
it.
that I hate it because it's a rape thing. I find dark comedy hilarious. It's the best. But I just don't.
I love it.
I'm just going.
I
Back
love
to,
that joke.
I'm gonna be that comedian that laughs at my own shit and nobody else.
Dude, have you guys
do the
seen?
same thing.
You guys remember on Workaholics? Have you guys seen Topher?
Is he
like-
the drug dealer?
Yeah, not the drug dealer. He's the child molester.
No,
or
Topher, yeah, I
whatever.
know.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
what's up? I'm Topher. Like he's
Yeah.
just like normal.
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
normal like cool dude, but he just like is into kids. Anyways, I heard his stand up because all the people
No,
they
Chris
have
D'Elia.
are
That's the
Chris Lacoste.
the
Chris.
Macadonicals.
Huh?
You remember
Chris
that?
D'Elia,
That's
yeah.
that guy.
Chris
No, the
D'Elia.
McDonald's joke.
That
The-
dude
the
laughs.
Japanese.
The dude laughs at his own jokes
Every
all
single
the time.
joke.
It's like, like that, like just straight.
A fucked up laugh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
But that boosts people into laughing because he's laughing.
I get turned on.
You think
I'm
it's an
like,
act? I don't think
Well,
it's an
that's-
act. I think
that's like-
some people do it.
Me and
Or an
Damien
act.
saw Daniel Tosh in Anaheim, and for the opening acts, he would make a joke and then he would clap his hands and say Anaheim,
Yeah.
and people would laugh at that, not the joke.
I think that's terrible comedy. I think that's really like I'm a
Like shock comedy, you don't think it's good?
give me an example of shock comedy.
Like Silverman, she would like
oh yeah. No, I think that's. I think the art.
Oh, that's is that? Would that be
It's
compared
just-
to like
like,
Lisa whatever?
Lisa Lampanelli.
I
and
fucking
Sarah
hate her.
Silverman. So it's like
don't
Sarah
know
Silverman.
about
I saw
her.
this one thing. It's like, yeah, I'm Jewish. We killed Jesus. Yeah, like
Oh,
But it's
God.
weird.
it's like I'm okay. It's funny.
The only
show,
female
whatever.
comedian that I'm currently into is
I do not find
Amy
any.
Amy Schumer. She's pretty
Schumer.
fucking funny.
Is she she kind of bigger?
Yeah, she's
and
a little thick.
Yeah, and she's like
She's dating Jeselnik, whatever.
I don't know who that is. Who?
Macklemore.
He's on. No, excuse me.
I try to remember.
He's on. He has the Jeselnik Offensive on Comedy,
Is that a new,
I don't know
new
what that
show?
Comedy Central show.
Yeah. I saw this one female, the only female comedian to ever make me laugh. She did this thing about how her and her mom sound the same on the phone. And her dad called her one time by the house phone by accident from work, and she picked up, and he thought,
Already talking to her?
yeah. yeah. So her dad is like, "Oh, baby, I'm so horny right now. I can't wait to go." And she's like, "Dad, I don't know. I just started."
That's a good
busting
topic.
up.
Could you have phone sex?
I've had it. It's weird. I had one chick go, "Oh, kiss me," and I go, "What?" And then she wanted me to go.
No.
I'm like, don't want to do this, but I did it anyways.
And that's
Should have
what,
slapped your stomach, so it sounds kind of like
Yeah.
that's where I think technology should be like. like human interactions. Just like
God.
it's just ridiculous now. Like with the texting, that's where I draw where I'm okay with it. Anything past texting,
FaceTime,
like webcamming, and all this.
You don't
other
FaceTime?
than what? No, I would never have webcam sex with somebody.
I've
or
had that
whatever.
too. That's weird.
Me too.
It's just like
Yeah.
if you really think about it, if you step back and you're not staring at a naked girl, you're basically just jerking it to your computer screen.
well, I love the fact that now
It's
they know
weird.
about now they know that hackers can get into my camera. I hope they're hacking it and just see my dick one day.
That's a nice dude.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Anonymous, man. I love those guys.
Yeah, they're cool, dude. They're fucking
The
cool.
group of hackers that they're like politically motivated, so they hack a bunch of like Israeli websites because just like most of the world, they don't like what Israel's doing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know necessarily. I mean, they're having they're threatening people, right?
Well, no, they actually shut down hundreds of websites.
Wait,
They're
Israel?
affected.
What are you
No,
talking-
no, the
oh,
hacker Anonymous shut
Anonymous.
down a bunch of Israeli websites. Just like they even like politicians or like low level people, they would change their Facebook banners and their profile pictures to like we love Palestine or we don't like Israel or something like that.
That's
just to
crazy.
kinda, just to mess with them. There's like two things I learned. It's like there's hackers and crackers. Yeah.
White people.
So no, there's people who do it for money game. Like I'm gonna hack your bank account and get the money from. And there's two who just do like.
And there's people to ruin shit.
and not even to ruin, just to challenge themselves.
Yeah.
And to like cause chaos, you know.
That's the whole thing now because politicians, they don't like Anonymous. They don't like any hackers, period. And they're actually trying to put in laws so that way they can get hackers. And I don't know what the kid's name is, but he committed suicide because they totally ruined his life because he built a site, then he went into it. I guess it's a form of hacking. He put something on there that was free in the first place, but they accused him of cyber terrorism. I think that's what they call it. And the kid ended up taking his life because they end up charging him so much money. And they're just trying to make examples out of people now that are hacking. And these big hackers, these anonymous people, they're so goddamn good at it, they don't know how to approach these people. So that's why they're basically making examples of all these little people that are doing it. But I don't know. I kind of like it. It's like in a form a little bit like a superhero in a way. Like I feel like they're in a way looking out for
martyr.
us.
A martyr.
Is that what you call it?
Like they're
Vigilante.
sacrificing themselves to bring more awareness about something, or they're like doing these acts to help people.
Yeah, I feel like. Do you feel threatened by them?
Hackers? Yeah.
No,
all the time.
anonymous.
Oh, no, because I feel like I'm not against them in certain things. Like I don't work for the government at this point. I don't support Israel. I don't, whatever they're against, like gun control and stuff. Like I support gun control.
Okay, but do you think they're a threat? Do you think that organization is a threat? I know hackers are a threat. They're a big threat. They can take your identity.
Yeah.
They can get bank accounts. I understand that. But do you feel that group is a threat to
It just
people?
depends why they do it, Like, do they want to do it to make a statement? Like, yes, we can hack your stuff at any time, and this is why you should fear us? Or they're doing it because, yes, I want your bank accounts. I want your government, intelligence. I want your WikiLeaks. I want all...
I think that's a bad reason to do it. But how I view them, this is how I view them.
Okay.
Of course, I view them as they're looking out for us in a way. Things that are keeping, people that are keeping things secret. I think they're trying to do good and try to show you guys, hey, this is actually what's going on.
Information that we, the public, can't get ourselves. They
Can't get
from
ourselves.
Do they know how big this group is?
They don't. I think they don't know hardly anything about it, but they do believe like it's kind of like cross countries. Like there could be a kid in Australia, there could be a kid in the United States or England, so they don't know anything about it right now. These guys are pretty damn good at what they do.
But that just goes into the thing. Like, I feel like you're sounding like a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. About,
I don't like conspiracy theories in a sense. Like,
Yeah,
of course,
I'm just saying, like, it sounds like it because, like,
Yeah.
the government's keeping secrets.
Oh, I
from
see what
us.
you're saying. I see what you're
And
saying. I
It's
understand
like,
how. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm on the fence with a lot of these things. Like, I do support the government. I love the country. I love the United States. But you hear about all these stories about Obama's building these FEMA camps, and they're gonna create martial law to where they're gonna take our guns away, and then just enslave us basically for some reason.
We're gonna be just maybe like animals, and they're gonna watch over us. And
But the
stuff
thing
like
is, like, you have this double standard of, well, I want my welfare and my fire trucks and my police, but I don't want the government and I don't want to pay the taxes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, government in a way they benefit us by putting all these regulations. Like like I believe it was it was this building back in the, I think, 1920s that burned down, and there was no regulations on the sprinklers on top of the thing. That's why they all pushed for this new kind of thing for the government to step in and start regulating all these different hazardous things that people can get in. But I mean, also to the government, if you have that power, don't you think like you can do some bad?
The government?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of messed up stuff the government does to us, but how much of the population is it really affecting us? Is really getting affected by what the government's doing? I mean, obviously all of us are affected by the government every day, by taxes, by the police, by whatever, that the government, but is that a bad thing, really? I mean,
I don't know. That's where I'm stuck at. I'm kind of on the fence with it because
we need government.
We do. But I think...
I mean, everyone's like, oh, we need a private option for everything should be a private, like we should not pay the police, we should not pay this, we should, we should pay, like, if we want the police to come to our house, we should pay for them. We should not have the government to pay for this kind of stuff. I don't believe that. I think this is like there's public goods, things that you have to have just to benefit the society.
That's why Canada's so mellow.
I love Canada.
I've never been there. I want to go.
If America goes down the drain, dude, that's my backup plan.
Yep.
Toronto, man, it's the same like kind
Toronto.
of temperature as.
Well, my parents and basically everybody except for me went to Victoria.
Yeah.
And they were telling me how just nice, how clean the city is, and how polite everybody is.
You know how much taxes they pay though?
They would go to a restaurant.
Yeah, they pay in taxes. That's
people are so mellow and polite though. They said they'd go to every restaurant they went to. They would tell the waiter thank you. They wouldn't say you're welcome. They say no thank you.
Okay, but I mean,
I'm saying like Canada sounds way better. I want to go there right now.
Just because they're nice.
I mean,
you find nice
fucking
people.
Free healthcare.
That's cool. Our healthcare sucks.
It's not. I've talked to Canadian
way less
people.
crime.
My cousin lives in Canada. He says it's not like that. It's not.
Way
free
less.
No, it's not.
healthcare.
No.
Less crime.
It's taxed.
It's
within
extremely
the tax.
taxed.
But
yeah.
you're not paying a monthly like insurance, are you?
It's it's not like that. But you end up paying for it later with
I'm sure it's
taxes.
less.
So, yeah.
I'm sure it's less.
I mean, but it kind of goes back like should the
I just want to say, hey.
How often do you go to the doctor? I go maybe like once every couple of years.
I haven't been to the doctor in probably 4 years.
Yeah, I haven't been to the doctor. Last time I went to the doctor is when I dislocated my shoulder in football.
Yeah, maybe they should do something like, because why should we pay a monthly thing if we don't go that often? Yeah. So I mean,
just pay when you go.
Pay when you go. Well, that's the thing. If you don't have insurance, you can pay when you go, and you get this humongous fucking bill.
But why does it cost that much?
Exactly. I don't. Okay, this is where it got me pissed off.
Do you think like
that's where
if you don't have health insurance,
the taxpayer should pay for
a prescription medicine is hundreds of dollars, like $500 to $800.
Yeah.
How much do you think it actually costs to make that?
I don't know. You have to look at the books.
Yeah,
do you think it should really be sold for that much?
It's definitely less. I don't.
No, definitely less.
It's definitely less.
In an extreme, I think.
I bet you it takes. I bet you it was $30 to make that.
But that can go towards. I mean, things that are made here. Those headphones aren't. What's it called? They're not that expensive to make, but they sell them at a high price.
You don't need those headphones. People with this medical condition need that medicine.
We need medical. Okay, I see what you're saying. That's a tough one.
For me, when it comes to medical, I think it's an ounce of prevention, a pound of cure. So, yes, you may only be going to the doctor once every 6 months or something like that. So maybe it should be that way. Maybe you should have a set date within the time span of the year that you're going to the doctor, getting a full diagnostic from them, and that could be.
Well, how about that? How about
It's preventing everybody from
But then I could come back and say, why do I have to go to the doctor? You're gonna make me go to the doctor?
I see what you're saying. Those people, there are gonna be people like that.
Yeah,
I think.
Then don't buy the health insurance.
So what if we did it to where it's like jury duty? You get called in, and that's your time to go do your full body scan, whatever. If you don't do it, then you're done for the year. You don't get help.
Well,
that just sounds weird.
Yeah,
you don't get any help if you need it.
Then you have to pay for it.
Here's the thing. My grandma went and she was having a problem with her chest. She didn't feel good. She went to the doctor's office. Well, she didn't renew her I think Medicare, Medi-Cal, whatever it was.
I think Medi-Cal's for old, right?
I guess, I don't know. But okay, I'll look into it. But okay, they told her right in front of her face. They were like, "Oh, we can't help you.
That's how it is.
I can't breathe. I can't."
Money runs everything.
You can't bill her. We can't help you. What kind of shit is that?
They can't. There's places where she can get
Well,
help.
yeah, we had to go somewhere else. We went to the emergency room, but you're gonna tell me, and then the doctor didn't come out. They send their medical assistant or their.
Well, yeah, that's how it is.
It sucks.
It's America.
Fucking sucks. Well, don't you think? That's a horrible, horrible thing to tell an old lady that
Well, yeah.
we're not gonna help you. You have chest pains. We're not gonna help you.
Yeah, but the way they see it is that, well, why didn't she work hard enough to get more money?
To get more money, but she didn't renew her thing.
Yeah.
And all she has to do is renew her thing, and she hasn't renewed now. She renewed it in a week, and they can just bill that thing, or they can just bill her.
I mean, there's rules.
I understand it's a business thing, and they're going to go, well, we don't know if she's going to pay her bill, or we don't know if she's actually going to sign up. But still, I think if the doctor came out and looked at her, well, that's not true. But I mean, any other normal person would be like, hey, this woman needs help. Can't we just help her? And then we can try to figure out some kind of plan so that way she can pay it. We can be on her ass. We can call her every day. We can really bug the shit out of her so that way she can pay it.
Shut at your door every day.
But for example, a couple of years back, my mom had a huge medical bill, huge, and we couldn't afford it. It was like, and she needed the help. We went to the emergency room. Her blood pressure was really high. And the bill was like just ridiculous.
It's crazy.
So and every week they would send us a letter and a phone call like, hey, can you please pay? Can you pay now? Can you pay now? And just we put it off until we finally made small payments to finally get it off. It wasn't. You're right. The annoying thing does work, but you can go a couple months without paying them.
Well, yeah, but if your mother's already paying them.
I mean, we just did it. We just did it to get them to stop. But there are some people, they'll change their address, they'll change their phone line.
I see what you're saying. If they really didn't have the money,
yeah.
Medical care is just outrageous. I mean, when I was little, I passed out at a baseball field.
Yeah.
And of course, they called 911. It was a mile-long ambulance ride, $1,500.
Oh my God.
To ride an ambulance to take you over there.
It's $1,500 per mile.
It's ridiculous, man. I mean,
I'm sorry that I wasted your $10 on gas.
Yeah,
not even $4.
Seriously, I mean, it all just goes back to capitalism, man. Like, just,
it's ridiculous.
I mean, but it's like for people who are making money, for people who are in the top 1% or whatever you want to call it, they love it because they're making money off this system, and they just kind of see it as like, okay, that's the way it works. Someone else is making a buck off of another person's buck. And the people, like I'm lower middle class, I would say, hopefully trying to get out of it, but see what happens with that. But I don't see it fair, But am I right? Because I'm not the one in power,
I see what you're saying.
I talk to my parents all the time, like, man, what if we had all this money? Like, what if we had millions of dollars and I could just blow? Like, have you ever seen that rich kid Instagram? You guys ever heard of that?
No.
So there's this Instagram. I don't know what it is exactly. It could be richkidinstagram.com, but it's all you have to have a certain amount of money
in order to be in it.
To be in, or there's some.
It's an actual Instagram-like site.
Yes.
I thought you were like a rich kid.
No.
Instagram.
It's not a rich kids. It's an Instagram for rich kids.
Jesus.
And instead of like Throwback Thursdays, they'll have like Porsche Wednesdays, and they'll just go buy Porsches and take pictures of it.
It's crazy.
And it's like, I think to myself, if I had all this money, man, I would not like to, I
want to learn how to hack just for that.
Our rich Indian friend who just blows his cash on just ridiculous things.
Yeah. But then again, it's like if they worked hard for it, we'll let them spend the money that they want to spend. But
do you think if we had the money, would we complain?
Yes, exactly, and that's
exactly.
Or would we switch positions on it?
I think if you're born into, I think you know the value of money if you work your ass off for it. I think you know the value of money. But there's some people that grow into money.
Not necessarily.
How so?
There are people that had to work. Like, take celebrities, just for instance. Some of them were dirt poor. Rappers, famous for it. From the ghetto, they're poor. They become rich.
They're spreading their wealth.
Do you need $25,000 chains?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it really just goes to show if you appreciate your money or not and what you got.
Yeah.
So it's like an individual thing. So people just, depending on the individuals, how they're going to act towards the money.
Yeah.
As of right now, I think I'd be more...
I think if I could afford it, I would... Like, if I was Bill Gates, I would give half my money to the United States government to try to help out.
But why don't you just give it that money towards the community? Why does it have to go through the government?
Because that would help the community in the long run.
Why don't you just
that's the
help
government?
get out of this
It's
debt?
going to go through the government. The government's going to find out what ways.
If you give it to the community, the government's still going to take it.
Go ahead, write it.
One way or another.
True.
Wait, what?
Oh.
You want?
I have another funny question. If we talked about this.
Another 30 minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, I was talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I remember we were talking about it in high school at lunch. Me, Shadi, and a couple of our friends. If you could suck your own dick,
Oh my god.
is this gay or a form of masturbation?
I was gonna bring that up too.
You were going to bring that up too?
No, yeah, I was actually.
Are you coming in your mouth?
You call it.
Okay, I'll just right before I'll just go and then pull out
Or you can like,
and then
or you can all right, right when you're about to come, just do this little and then it kind of make it splash everywhere.
Oh my god.
Make it splash everywhere, make a mess out of it.
Okay, yeah, we did have this talk back in the day. At the time, I did have this stance.
I think that it is a gay form of masturbation.
I think it's a homosexual act now. I did change my stance on it. At the time, I thought it's just skin on skin. It's like what's the difference between your hand on your dick and your mouth on your dick?
There's a lot.
big difference.
There's a big difference.
You can taste that thing.
I mean, but I think it's all socially
Wash your
content.
dick, son.
Who told you that sucking your own dick is wrong? The ancient Egyptians used to drink.
Coming
their
from
own
the guy
semen.
who just said it was wrong.
I mean, yeah, and that could be more of friends telling me well, I got laughed out of a building one time. You're the one who laughed me out of a building for that.
Wait, okay. Well, so this is another thing. Does it make us bad people for thinking it's gay?
I don't think so. 'Cause it's not hurting me by not I'm not benefiting by sucking my own dick.
You
know?
are. You in a way. In a way, you are.
I'm missing out on the greatest experience. Am I?
What if you were the best dick sucker and you didn't know it?
To myself?
Man, that would be a horrible realization.
Yeah.
God, I'm so fucking good at this thing, dude. I'm fucking real good at
Would your world just turn upside down, you think? Just
I don't know. I'd feel fucking weird, dude. I'd be like, God damn, I'm a fucking baller. I don't think I'd do it to other guys just because...
Yeah.
You'd have to
I don't want to share this with anyone else.
I feel like that
This
perspective.
is my talent.
That perspective, though, because
What is that?
you're sucking your own dick, right?
Okay.
You know when you give yourself a hand job, you fucking you know how to get yourself off.
Okay.
And then if you start sucking your dick,
Alright.
you're gonna know what
Never-
feels
never mind,
better.
just-
Yeah,
So every person that sucks their own dick is then gonna think that they're the greatest fucking cocksucker on earth.
I
So
see
you gotta
what
test.
mean.
You gotta have a competition. You gotta bring people from across the world. There's gotta be a machine.
Come on, dick suckers.
Somebody out there test this out.
He just made regionals for the dick sucking competition.
All right. Wait. So I have another topic. I want to go around the table. Do you think it's gay or masturbation?
Wait, what?
Let's put in an answer. Gay or masturbation? What do you think, Damien?
I think it's... God damn, that's a hard... I think it's...
By definition,
I think it's gay.
masturbation.
I think it's masturbation.
I think it's...
I'm not saying I would do it,
No,
Yeah.
neither am I.
but I'm
By
saying it's
definition,
masturbation.
Masturbation.
I think it's
Oh,
masturbation.
no shit, it's masturbation, but I mean...
by definition, it's masturbation.
Yeah.
By social context, it's gay.
That's
Yeah.
why
There
I'm
we go.
saying it is a gay form of masturbation.
Yeah, at this point. But the ancient Egyptians religiously,
Suck their own dicks?
no, not that.
Oh.
Jesus? No, I'm just kidding.
They have hieroglyphics and pictures of them. They would it would just show their dick in their mouth, and they would have to drink their own semen. Their semen was considered sacred. It was considered a river of life.
Oh,
That's
dude.
that's neither.
depends.
They're not allowed.
At that point, it's neither.
They're not allowed to have semen touch the floor, so they have to consume
Ingest it.
Yeah.
Well, I do know there's a culture that
It's kind of girls you want to be around.
Egyptian
in or-
girls. Yeah.
in order to be strong, you must drink the semen of a young man.
What?
It's like an Amazonian tribe or something.
It's something like that. But
Due to
that's what they
recent
believe.
Scientific found.
But to us, it's taboo. To
Yeah.
them, it's like, oh,
It's normal.
well, it's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
normal.
When I
it
turned
is.
13, I gotta drink the
You gotta
semen,
do what you gotta do.
That's crazy.
Okay, hold on. Especially if you want to become a man in like a northern Colombia thing, you have to fuck a donkey.
What?
Okay, let me break this down for you.
Bullshit, that's
Okay,
bullshit.
let me break this down for you guys. Okay,
This is.
well, you don't have to, but everybody in that place, they all fuck donkeys.
Is
For
it
one
tribe
thing.
You
or
don't
like the
have to, but
state
they
of
do it.
Colombia, like the country.
You don't
of
have
Colombia?
to.
Oh no, not
but
the
we
country
want
of
to.
Colombia. It's this little village.
Okay.
So yeah, don't think it's the whole Colombian.
Yeah.
Colombian people don't come after me for this.
Cocaine
but
and donkey stuff.
yeah, no, it's not good. But okay, there's this little place in Colombia. It's a northern village. I'm sorry, I don't know the name. I'll put it up on whatever. Figure it out.
We don't need to know.
Oh, you did. It's fucking awesome. But anyways, okay, these guys, they believe right when you hit 13 years old, you're supposed to have sex with a woman. Okay, if
Go on.
you haven't, you're basically you're not a man. You're looked down upon in this village. Well, one kid had the great idea. He's 12 years old. He's looking for some vagina. He's not coming up successful. He looks towards a donkey. He has sex with a donkey. And everybody's okay with that. And not only that, all the little kids now, they're all banging donkeys. It's the norm. And not only that, but then some dude that's married to his wife liked having sex with donkeys so much that he then divorced her and had sex with donkeys. There's a documentary out there with it, and it shows a dude fucking a donkey. Look it up. Donkey fuckers in North Columbia.
Do we have donkeys in Hemet?
Yeah, you can probably find them in Noy.
Imagine,
I'm going fuck that.
donkey, yeah.
I'm scared of anything that looks like a horseman or anything close to it. Like,
Yeah.
that
that's
thing's
very
gonna
scary.
buck you off. man.
Animals that are the size or bigger than me, nah.
No, man, I'm terrified.
Nope.
Man, 'cause-
Anyways, here's a funny topic. I've heard people talk.
Yeah.
I've heard somebody bring it up. If you are with a woman, you're about to have sex, she gets naked, turns out it's a she-male.
nope.
She's very attractive. Would you keep doing it?
No.
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 Boom, that's it. No.
Post-op or pre-op?
What else did you have to add to that? I feel.
I'm sad. I take a blowjob. I don't know. I'm not gonna
What?
stop.
What?
From a man. That's a man who is.
It's a woman with a
it's-
penis.
no.
Yes.
Yep. It's
Keep
no,
her
it's-
pants on. It's a
not
woman.
it's not a woman with a penis.
If you keep, how's it not?
Wait. So you're saying a man who wants to be a woman, like a
No,
transgender?
like
A
a
woman-
a female born with a penis.
A man.
So
then.
man.
It's not a man.
She's got-
Okay, it's not a man. I get what you're saying. I don't think it's a
God,
man.
Take in consideration their feelings.
I don't think it's a man, but I don't know how I'd feel in that situation.
Wait,
I
of
believe,
course nobody does, but I'm saying right now.
Especially
I would
if they
keep
trick
your
you
pants
into
on and
it.
Do something.
if they trick you into it and you're making out with them and they go and you reach down, you
Dude,
find
it's
a.
just a fold of my jeans. Don't
This
worry
is what
about
I'm-
it.
Oh, no.
This is what
They
I'm
got
saying.
camel tail?
This is what I'm saying.
Ugh.
If she's giving you a blowjob, and then she takes off her pants and
Would you stop?
a little
That's what I'm
wiener,
saying.
would you pack up and go home?
Yes.
I think I would.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's like the same. It's basically what you're saying is like, you would get a blowjob from a man then.
No, man doesn't have boobs and look like a female.
That's what a she-male is.
I'm saying put a dick on Carmen Electra. Keep her pants on. It's still Carmen Electra, and I will let my dick go in her mouth.
But if she did not know she had a penis,
If
would-
you-
Of course she knew.
If it wasn't
She's
Carmen
not-
Electra.
you knew. You think you were under the assumption that Carmen Electra is a woman.
Right.
But if you knew Carmen Electra, the way she looks now, she's hot.
I didn't know until she took off her pants mid blowjob.
Mid blowjob. So you would just finish then.
Yes, I would tell her to put your pants back on.
I think that would be too much shock for me, dude. I think I would vomit.
That would raise
I think-
way too many questions.
I'd run.
I would
Oh,
literally
I
instantly
clearly would not
get,
speak of it.
like soft.
Nobody would know.
And I'd be like, this is ridiculous.
I think that's. Is Carmen Electra?
And if it's bigger than yours,
Oh, then yeah, I'm going home.
oh,
Yeah, and what if she's like?
Let me suck
what if-
yours.
What if, when,
Well, then that'll happen 9 times out of 10.
what if when it finishes on you?
What if what?
What if it when it finishes like I don't know he
he,
whatever
she,
you
yeah, I
want,
won't
it-
say it, but
yeah.
he, she, or whatever you want to call
whatever
it.
Whatever it's describing itself as finishes. You ejaculate whatever. All right, well it's your turn. Don't you get off on me getting off, Holden? Like don't you?
Nope.
Don't be selfish, dude.
Get a blowjob. Get the blowjob and
Get the
run.
bro job, dude. No.
That's a good one. I don't know what the fuck I do in that situation.
Well,
I think
obviously,
I just,
nobody does. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because it goes back to like what you were saying last time about the.
Because
in
what
the
if it was
moment
the
thing.
best blowjob in the world?
Like we're saying, men, know how
like
to take.
ever.
Ever.
Oh man, I'm not. Yeah,
I'm not,
So
I'm not
do
talking
good,
about.
do
do
I'm
good
not, I'm not
blowjobs
talking
last
about.
long, or
I'm
do
not
they
talking about a
last
big old
short?
like floppy 12-incher. I'm talking about
Oh,
she's
just a normal like
3-incher.
average
No,
sized
it's just
8-inch
basically a flap of skin.
it's a normal 2-inch.
Doesn't even count as a dick.
A flap of skin.
A normal
but it's still
2-inch.
considered a penis and balls.
Yes, Shadi.
Yeah. Don't act like disappointed. I'm just telling you, no. Like that's the reason why.
I'm just saying, okay, who is like your ideal perfect 10 celebrity?
Oh, that's the hardest questions I know because there's no one. Because there's
Just name one. Name somebody in your top 5.
Oh man, I want to say.
You have to think about that.
Yeah, dude. Because I don't find celebrities attractive because I find
anybody.
I find the flaw in every person.
I'm interested. You have a very different perception than everybody else.
I do.
I like it. I like
do.
that.
It's honestly like everyone's like, oh, that's weird, dude. Like you know.
Okay, who do you think?
Yes, I
attractive?
find that taboo, but necessary. It's not.
It's like,
Wait,
like,
who do you- just-
like there's,
Why do I
for
find
me,
that
there's
weird?
different categories. It's not like a she's it or she's not. She has to fall on a different scale. Like there's cute, there's sexy, there's hot, and then,
Yeah.
so there are girls who are not sexy to me who are cute or beautiful looking. Like Zooey Deschanel is
Gorgeous.
beautiful.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
She's wifey material.
Okay,
But I want to fuck.
you're getting a blowjob from Zoe.
That's you don't.
Okay, she pulls on
You
her
don't
pants.
do that.
She pulls on her pants, and it's
Not with Mrs.
she pulls on her pants. She has a little baby dick. What do you do?
You still. I think you don't do it.
Dude. I think that the instant like you lied to me basically. Like,
Exactly, especially if they lie to you.
Yeah.
If they know it and they keep on going,
Well,
and then they show you the
How
weenie
are they
weenie.
gonna lie about that?
Yeah,
you
because
don't
never
ask.
like,
You don't
are
ask
you a
somebody.
woman
Hey,
before?
do you have a dick?
You just kind of assume, but you've been putting on this masquerade of like when I see you right now, you look like a man, so I assume you're a man. I don't have to ask you, hey, dude, are you a man? Like,
You look for the bulge.
Does it no? So they can
No.
hide that shit, dude.
yeah,
They can hide
You
it.
can tuck it
That's
up.
true.
you
Because
can tuck it
I never
around.
have a bulge.
Yeah, I know, dude. I want it so bad. I put socks in it.
Well, I mean, I took a sexual education class in college, and it was just so awkward. 'Cause this older lady teaching us.
Wasn't
like,
your class like taken on the perspective of a woman though? Wasn't it something weird like that?
No, it was like you had to see both perspectives from like.
okay.
So it was like we would talk about the male orgasm, we talked about the female orgasm, and just things that work and don't work.
Female orgasm's a myth.
no.
It's
No.
possible, but it's just it's a lot more emotional than a male orgasm. Because, anyways, shoot, what was I talking about?
You're talking about some kind of
Orgasm to class.
No,
this
before
class,
that, before that. Sorry, everyone. I keep hitting this damn thing. Oh my God! I wish
know, I hate
wish
that.
we could go back and just.
Figure it
You
out.
said you're in a class. You take both perspectives.
No, before that.
But you're
before
talking about the female and male
No, it was
orgasm.
like a little bit before that. Zoe
the baby
Deschanel.
dick perspective.
After the baby dick.
You wouldn't look at the bulge.
The bulge. The bulge. No, we learned about like penis size because that was like she had this thing where like there's an anonymous question thing that you can ask that you can write a question on or whatever. And I asked my question. I just wanted to know what causes morning wood, and she answered that, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Well,
by it.
have you heard like that? How?
But
I don't want to interrupt. But have you heard like men on average get like 3 erections a night?
oh, I believe it. I wake up with an erection every morning.
I wake up like 3 times a night with a boner.
Yeah, but
Really?
but
Oh, yeah, this thing
there,
is
penis size differentiates between two things called showers and growers.
Oh.
Is
Absolutely.
that what we learned about?
Definitely a
So there are
grower.
people who.
Grower.
Yeah.
I'm an infant right now.
I know, dude. I don't. Sometimes I can be
how you-
disappointed on how it looks. Sometimes I'm like, come on, dude. And sometimes it looks fucking
Yeah, but then
biggest thing in the world, and sometimes it's like,
I could take the hottest shower in the world and still be embarrassed.
But it's not even like that. It's just. But would you want like I have this friend. He always talks about his dick like just like oh dude it's huge man it's I would have to wear like 3 pairs of shorts during gym
God,
class
that's a lie.
to
it could be true though if you're just talking about it. Then,
I mean, but that's
don't
the thing. It's
know.
like, would you want just a big, just dangly dick like all
So
the
wait,
time?
would you? Are you
Like,
asking like?
I
Would
would.
are you
I
asking
would.
would
I
I
wouldn't.
rather be
I
a
wouldn't.
grower or a shower?
Yeah, would you rather be a grower?
A
or
grower
shower?
because I think a grower.
Comes at the right opportunities.
I think it mentally makes you seem bigger, because a shower is just there and then it gets erect just
Yes,
like that.
yeah.
A grower is small, and then it gets bigger.
That's how I see it as well.
So mentally, I think it's a different perspective. It mentally makes you
But
feel
I
more
see-
comfortable.
Go ahead.
Just going back more into the class that I took, penis size is not. It's all a psychological thing. It's like why men like big breasts and big ass. It's all from caveman days that
They swing their big dicks around. The woman wants the big
not
dick.
so for men like women with big breasts because you could feed a child better because she has more milk.
That's not why I want it.
Wider
hips. It's
birthing.
a psychological thing. It's birthing, exactly.
Yeah.
But for women, they've developed this context now because before it didn't matter if you had a big dick. Like back in the 1800s, 1900s, early 1900s.
Because they didn't have any rights to choose them.
It still doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter now, but it's been created in our minds. From one, for porn because everything's bigger and better. But two,
less hairy.
A penis.
Well, and the camera adds 3 inches.
You don't get me started talking about hair, man. Like anyways, but a girl can only feel up to 3 inches of a penis.
Really?
I don't know about
that's
that.
true. No,
pleasure.
So
then it gets
anything above 3 inches, they're not gonna feel anything.
Yeah. But with that,
they'll feel it. They just won't feel any other than the 3 inches.
Of course. But the thing with that is for women, and this is what the class taught me. I'm not assuming this for all women, but if they know this or not, but it's like a trophy for them.
Of course.
It's like
have
my
the
man,
bigger,
like to just say like my man had. It's kind of like look at my girl, dude. She's got big tits, she's got a nice ass.
I 100% agree.
But with girls, it's like, dude, my guy, he's got cut body, huge dick, like he's the man, you know. Like I feel like I'm in control of this person.
Well,
you know?
and sex itself is 70% mental.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
So you don't need anything physical, basically. Well, obviously you need it. But
You need it, yeah.
it's 70. I mean, you can have the smallest wheel in the world, and the girl can get off if you have an emotional attachment.
Do you still laugh every time you hear the word fart, or you hear a fart?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of this, hold on, I got a funny story. I was at the gym, and I'm working out. I'm fucking. The worst thing is I'm running on the treadmill.
Right.
And I just got in there, so I'm just putting on my headphones, and I hear this dude rip ass right next to me. But he has headphones in.
Yeah.
So I don't think he knew that his fart just made a fart
loud sound.
Yeah, he just farted, and he's embarrassed himself, and people are looking at this guy. But I don't know if he played up or didn't know, but he keeps running normal. And then everybody around him just staring at him, and I'm fucking busting up. It was fucking awful. So every time I hear a fart, I do laugh.
Oh, not only that, I mean, I had a weird scenario where I farted, and I was at one of those red box things, and then I farted, and it was soon, right after, somebody goes right behind me, so I know they can smell it, because oh man, this was a stinker, dude, and then I was like, oh man, this must fucking suck for this person right now, and I had to pick out a movie. Once I picked out my movie and it was coming out, those things take fucking long as shit to come out, and even to put one in, and I was like, oh man, this fucking sucks, and I don't want to turn around for him to see my face, so I go ahead and I just bolt out of there, but now I realize they have me on security camera if he ever wants to find out who I am.
But what's wrong with farts, dude? It's natural.
I think
matter.
if it doesn't stink, it's natural. I mean,
there's a lot of natural things that gross me out.
Like what?
Shit.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Would you let a girl squirt on your face?
Oh.
Ew, no.
Very natural.
I have a friend.
Very natural.
I have a friend. Yeah, I have a friend. He like embraces it. Like he was.
Yeah, I know.
He's just like, I let the juices drip down my chin. Like,
I don't know.
I
don't think I like it.
I think I would get into it if I knew a girl before getting into it. If I know the girl can squirt, that's a goal to reach.
That's true. It is a goal because you feel like
you're doing something.
You get the fireworks show at the end.
The thing with the female orgasm, the squirting, is that you like with men, a woman knows when she's done the job, right, or she's finished basically. You see the result. You see the semen coming out. With a man though, with a female orgasm that's not a squirt, you can't see that, so you don't know if you've done it right or if it's because girls can have multiple orgasms. They can go over and over again. But with a squirt, it's like you can see. It's like a female cum shot basically.
Yeah.
And
it's a grand finale.
A little bit. All right, hey guys, sorry for that brief interruption. My computer talked to me and it was like, "Hey man, like, what are you doing? We thought you were gone or something." I was like, "Hey baby, I ain't gone, baby,
the sex
I ain't
talk
gone."
Overloaded that.
Yeah,
bitch.
seriously, she was squirting. But okay, we're gonna get back into topic. I don't know where the fuck we were. We're gonna get back into something though, or we got like a couple more minutes before we hit 2:00. Do you want? Yeah.
2 hour mark?
2 hour mark.
I was gonna say,
At
fucking 2 o'clock.
Goddamn.
Yeah,
I can keep going, man.
Dude, I can't
hope people, if you're still listening, you must be really interested, or you must be us. Like
Exactly. Yeah, I fucking love it. But okay, since we're back, what we were talking about? I don't know what we were talking
about. The female orgasm. How you can see the squirt.
Yeah.
And
what is it made out of?
Oh what is it made?
What is it?
I think it's just liquid, like water. It's got to be water.
Is that like?
Do you think it's thick like semen?
Okay. It's
No.
the Skeens gland.
This
Look
is
this
it?
up. It's,
Ooh, okay,
I
yeah.
Oh, you looked it up?
Skene's-
Thank you.
Skene's gland.
That
No,
sounds
I will
disgusting.
look it up. But I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
That sounds gross.
The schemes.
Hey, Google. This is weird, but Google how it tastes. I want to know that.
Is it like
That is really weird.
okay with the whole
I want
semen
to know.
thing?
What,
Like,
don't you guys curious? I don't know.
in
I've
the
had a
same
little
sex class that I referenced before, we learned about the stuff you eat does affect the taste of your semen.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think that's true.
Pineapple?
I really don't.
It
No,
does.
I don't think it does.
I've never
Because look,
I've never
they
seen
say
it.
don't eat a lot of fruit and no red meat. I was pescatarian for 3 months.
Mhm.
That means no meat
Yeah,
other than fish.
It tastes
And
different.
I was eating a lot of fruit,
yeah.
and I was masturbating. I was sucking my dick, and then
Oh,
no, I'm joking.
hey.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I
No.
didn't mean
So
that.
you don't get laughed out of a building.
No, but I
orgasm.
got a blowjob,
Uh-huh.
and it's false.
She didn't taste this. After,
There's no difference.
from the 3 months ago when you were eating meat. To
That's true. She didn't.
Did you have a frame
There's
of
no before and
reference?
after
There was no
same
before
female.
and after.
But she tasted semen. I'm pretty sure semen
She's
is
a
like.
whore, so I mean.
Isn't do you think that's the thing? Do you think
She knows what it tastes like.
Do you
How
think-
did it taste?
Do you think semen is a universal taste?
No.
No.
I think it's different on
This
every
has been
person.
looked up
I think-
before. Oh my god, that's
What?
hilarious. Like automatically, I looked.
It's got
up
that
Skene's
purple-
gland,
purple font.
and then it said fluid taste.
Thank you. Do it.
It's so gross.
Ugh.
I won't.
Actually, I mean,
Would it taste like?
I don't know. What it tastes
Please
like.
let me taste it. Let me go ahead and taste
So,
it.
do you think that women are more sexual than men,
Uh,
but they're not allowed to show it? But they're
Yes.
not because in
Yes.
society they're considered whores.
No,
I would have to ask a
it's-
woman.
Because
I
you
don't
just
know.
said like that girl's a horse and just sucks dick. Like
No, it's a
Some
joke.
girls like
it's
it.
a joke, but I
Porn
mean,
stars
it's
obviously
like,
like it. But I mean,
Or is it just a job? Good money.
it's just a job for them, dude.
I don't know about that. I
It's
think you
just
have to like it. I think in order to be in that industry, you would have to like at least having sex in order to be.
Who
in there.
doesn't like it though?
Yeah.
Who
Anyways,
Oh, I see what you mean.
I don't know because
You
I
think
mean
women are more
it's just
sexual?
like how I think I have a very high sex drive, very high.
No, I don't. I don't know. Then you would be looking for it all the time. You'd be going to clubs. You would be talking to chicks on.
No, that doesn't. No, not like that. It's
Or
a
masturbate.
yeah, it's more like he wants sex. Like if he could have a booty call and get a girl to his car, his house, whatever, at all
I think-
times, it would happen every night.
I think I have a above average.
I don't.
sex
I
drive.
don't think you're alone in that, dude. I think I'm very much in the
Well, it's
same.
because I think it's the age right. But I mean,
Do you think you slow down after a while, though?
I don't know. I think it goes.
might.
I think it goes from person to person. Like obviously, I mean, I could have a very high sex drive. The three of you could have less. Just like females. I mean, some of them, of course, are gonna have sex every day.
Do you think in general though, like just to speak in general terms,
I do. I think so. I do.
is that a hoping dream though?
No, I honestly think it is. I
I don't know. I can't say if it.
judging
is or
from
isn't.
my experiences, I think it is. Cause I don't know.
That's a tough one because even if we don't know because it's looked down upon for women to actually do that. So I mean, once it's not looked down upon and we see a difference in that where they're all just going out and they're
But
saying,
I mean, it's like when. Okay, have you ever hooked up with a how many girls have you hooked up with? Once it starts going, she takes control and does what she wants.
Never happened to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
what do you mean does what do you mean by
Like
that?
basically, you don't really have to do anything. She does everything. So like, she puts on your pants. She goes at it. She gets naked. She does this.
Well,
You just kind of go with it.
Yeah, but have you ever had the thing later where she wants to date you and now she wants to be
That's not what I'm
your
talking
woman?
about. I'm saying in the moment she was.
She can just be
was
doing
more-
that to get you attracted, so that
Yes.
way you can be her mate later on.
And then she'll slow down, and then
I
she
don't know,
won't
I-
do that kind of stuff
Exactly.
anymore.
What do you think, Nathan? Do you think women are more
She's trying to get you by the balls.
sexually active, more horny?
That goes back to what age group they're in too.
In general.
In general.
How old are you, Nathan?
I don't think so. 23.
Okay, yeah, so you're not that much older than us.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, I've heard stuff on like cougars. You know, like
They want to just do well.
like
I,
because they're coming up on the menopausal stage.
Yeah.
So they're like, you know.
I think women are very horny
Could be a
species.
body
I think they are. I think they are as well.
Yeah,
I just don't think they're allowed to show it. I think they have to be refined.
they have to. Yeah, they have
Because
to.
we're expected to go for the classy girl, you know, the lady in the streets with the freak in the
I'm
sheets,
not.
you know.
I'm. If you want.
I mean, but that's the thing is like, I've heard like I defend women's rights when it comes to sexuality. I think a woman should be as sexual as a man.
As she, yeah.
But they tell me, you know, like, well, a key that can open any lock is like the best key, but a lock that opens with any key is a shitty lock.
Well, if you're not going to marry the girl.
I just get duplicates.
Just copy your dick, clone it.
Change
Back to
the-
cloning.
Just change the lock.
Change the
Well, you
lock.
can now. You can mold it. Here you go, baby.
I don't know. I mean, I don't
Bud?
look. I'm not attracted to somebody a girl that sleeps around, but I'm not like.
Why though?
It is weird because if I don't know the chick sleeps around, she can sleep. I can't.
Actually, I don't like people that sleep around in general. Like,
Yeah, I
even,
don't like
even if
man-whores.
even if a guy, like my friend
Yeah.
tells me all these stories, I'm like, dude, shut up. I don't,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't need
like,
to hear
dude, but are you jealous? Is that why? Is it
that.
niggas envy?
No, I think it's weird. I think that they. I don't know. I think the way I see it is that you have some kind of emotional.
See, I'm a hater. I'm just like, why you having all that sex? Why can't I be having some of that sex?
Yeah.
You know, like, why don't you throw a girl my way? I've been doing all this winging for you, like.
I think it's a.
Start winging from me, buddy.
Yeah, seriously.
I think it's like a problem in their life. They can't.
Oh yeah, sex addiction is a huge thing.
If they're bragging about it, or if they're
If you go
actually
around
doing
having
it.
sex with all these females all the
Oh,
time.
I see what you're saying. Like, see, if somebody just like they're known for having a lot of sex, but necessarily they don't go, hey, yeah, fuck this.
they
chick
just
the
have
other
that
day."
reputation.
They
That's
just-
what I'm
they-
saying. It's I don't know.
There's a difference between like, dude, man, I just get too much pussy. Like I really I'm pissed off, Damien.
Yeah.
I get too much pussy instead of like, dude,
I hate you.
Damien.
Yeah.
Damien, dude, did you know Nathan gets he gets
Exactly.
so
God,
much pussy?
Exactly.
Like, what's wrong with this
Pussy
guy,
all the
man?
time,
I
man.
know. I saw him in the locker room. He's a baby dick.
Yo.
He's definitely a grower, dude.
Yeah,
Super
it's
grower.
definitely-
Miracle grower
I'm
over
an
there, dude.
intense grower.
Oh man.
Oh God, aren't we
Oh,
all?
intense.
I bet you there's 2% in the world that are showers.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe porn stars, yeah. That 2%.
No, not even like even with porn stars. Like some of the porns I've seen is just like
They pull out little.
not
Have
even
you-
little, not even little. It's just like that looks like a normal dick, but just the guy's got like an average body, you know.
I've never seen that.
I
They're
feel like
always
with porn-
fucking ripped.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If it's like a big fat dude, but he has a long one, and then
No, not even.
I don't know what's going on there.
No, I'm not like that. I don't. Maybe I don't look.
And it
for,
doesn't
like,
look good?
Maybe I don't look for big dick porn, but maybe I go for just like normal porn with just normal people, and they just have normal sized dicks to me.
But
like,
then
I
again,
guess.
that's not normal, right? Porn's not normal.
No,
Or are you
it's
saying like
not.
that amateur?
no, just
He's saying he
get
doesn't. He, okay, when you watch porn, do you want that porn with the guy with a huge dick?
no.
I don't choose that. I just choose.
Okay, no,
Based on the girl,
I'm
I
not
don't
saying you
base it on
choose,
this guy,
but
yeah.
do you get more turned on when a guy has a bigger penis in porn? Or if a guy had just an average, like if a
I
guy,
don't think so.
if a
It
guy had
takes
a
out of the
penis,
realism
if
for
a guy
me.
had an average penis, like a guy had your penis in a porn, would you be attracted to that porn? Would you watch that porn?
I don't know. I don't know.
The real.
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think I've seen someone with dudes not packing.
It goes back to like Ron Jeremy. It's like we always talked about why the hell is Ron Jeremy a famous porn star? Dude's disgusting. Like, he came to
Exactly.
they had him as a guest speaker at my school with like a really hot female porn star, and I'm like, why the hell do we have this dude who just like he's just got a big dick? And this is where the original conversation came in about the dick sucking because he can suck his own dick. And we're like, why is Ron? He's a big fat hairy dude with a creepy
But
mustache.
was he like that back then?
Yes, he was. If you
Oh,
look at his
that's-
'70s vintage,
He's always been
But
bad.
the reason why he is such a successful porn star is because he relates. He's like a Joe Everyman, like just the fat slob who's watching porn can relate. Like, wow, Ron Jeremy's he's hooking up with all these hot chicks, man. I want to watch him. It's like you're rooting for the little guy. I mean, not literally, but
Yeah.
you're rooting for the guy who's not the
Well,
stereotypical.
yeah, obviously they want to get actors that people can relate to, so that way they can.
I can't
watch
relate
the
to. A lot
movies.
of people don't
Yeah.
relate to Ron Jeremy.
Overweight big guys do.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like maybe I can.
If
have
he
a-
can, if
They're
he can
trying
do
to
it,
get to
why
that
not?
crowd.
If he can do it, it makes me feel like I can do it.
exactly.
So you get attracted to it.
So can all dudes do porn? Do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a mental thing.
I think it is too.
You think it's a mental thing?
I don't think I can do it.
I couldn't.
I don't think I could do it on camera.
Why?
I think just try to put yourself in that kind of scenario where you're trying to have sex with a woman and there's lights, cameras, people standing around. There's multiple people. There's a
Right.
sound guy. There's a camera guy.
That's your first time.
It comes to I think that they're not just regular people having sex. I think in a way that they're obviously performers.
yeah.
You have to have the right personality
Mindset,
to
yep.
get. Yeah, and I don't have it.
It's like- I think it's because we see sex as such
Well,
like a high thing.
do you think you could even make a sex tape with your girlfriend?
No.
I think I could.
I think I could too.
No. Just because I still have that thing in the back of my mind that says this could leak. People could see me having sex. They could see me doing these things. I don't want them to see.
I'm
this.
not worried about
It's a
that.
private thing. You don't think it's a private thing?
I'm not worried about that.
You would you want us to see a sex tape with you in it? Even if it's
That is weird.
the best sex you've ever had. It's
See,
you
I
were
think
great
it's
in it.
different. I think that I would rather have people I know see it than people I don't know.
That's an I don't know.
I wouldn't do it. I'd rather people that I don't
Okay,
know
so
see it
so
than-
here's a good question then. If you had a sex tape, would you if you had the option to show 15 of your friends or release it to the public and none of your friends would ever see it, what would you do?
Would I
15 of your friends.
So would I.
Would I meet these people like in the future?
Who knows?
Ever?
Who knows?
No, and none, neither.
You had to choose one.
Oh, and it was the best sex or just normal?
You're just having sex. I don't know.
Oh, then definitely the smaller group.
The 15 of your friends.
Yeah, I just wanted to see just a smaller group of people see it.
I mean, because I would hope that if my friends were to see it, it would stay within us.
Yeah, of course, but I mean, maybe that's just the context of our friend group that we had is that.
I don't know.
I mean, it is what it is, but I don't think all people can do porn.
I know they can't. No, I couldn't.
I don't think I could.
So.
Well, another thing is though, you can't do it, but then the money comes into it. If you're offered a certain amount of money,
That's true.
I mean, we know a few porn stars. We're not gonna name any names,
right.
but
I mean, like,
we know some.
If I were to offer you, Shadi, $50,000 to have sex on camera, you're gonna do it.
one-time thing.
One-time thing.
That's so tough.
You'll
man.
do it.
That's honestly.
That's where it comes down to.
I wouldn't, honestly.
And that's what it is.
Because it's like, why don't I have a job right now?
Because that's what it is when they see a certain person that they know people are going to be... Like that girl, the Teen Mom girl, she's about to have a sex tape.
Yeah,
she's going to make a lot of money because people know that this is going to be watched.
Well, she's actually made like $1 million contract for that thing, or just under $1 million.
Right.
So she's a celebrity.
I'm saying if you fit the person that they think that you're going to make a great movie that people are going to sell, they're going to offer you money.
Huh.
And if it comes down to it, if you're offered the right money, I think everybody would do it.
You think everyone has a price then?
I do.
I don't think everyone has a price.
With anything.
So you don't think you have a price?
I mean, it depends. Like I ate a lemon. Like I just bit into a lemon for $5 the other day.
Here's a question I ask a lot of people: would you have sex with Bill Gates for half his money?
No.
I'd do it.
No. Put in context, that's like $14 billion.
No, I wouldn't. Because for me, like, even though I do want money, I do want to attain a lot of money. I don't know why, pride and dignity and like being able to say that I'm better than someone else.
I don't do it because of that. I think it's because I want to support my family in a way. Like I just want my family.
That's what I keep saying. I say, like, dude, your kids will never have to worry about anything. Obviously, I would make them work, but if they were like poor, I can help you out.
My parents would never have to work. My sisters would get the best schooling. They'll get the best health care. That's the reason why I think I would want to, because I'd take it up the butt by Bill Gates if he fucking $500 billion.
$14 billion.
$14 billion. That's a lot of money.
I would do it for $1 billion. You're throwing in 13. You're throwing in for 13 more.
I'd do it for $1 million.
No.
I would do it for $1 million. No, not $1 million.
I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
I would.
Everybody has their price, and Damien's a slut about it.
Hell yeah, Bill Gates.
I have my pride, man. I can't.
Oh,
I can't. Just knowing that. Well, I'm a whore, basically. Like I am the literal definition of a whore.
But then it goes
the best
back
whore
to
in the world.
To like thinking if.
No, it's not saying. I'm not saying that women are. I'm saying anyone who has sex for money. You have basically degraded yourself as an object that you can be bought. That you are a thing. You're not a human.
That's a porn star.
No, because I've watched documentary on brothels, and it goes way into more like that. People are buying comfort, not
and the
just
experience.
sex.
You think that, but when it comes down to it,
because in this documentary, this guy,
you don't know if
the bunny ranch thing.
No. This guy came back every weekend because in his mind, he was dating the girl.
Yeah.
Because he's paying for a relationship.
Yeah.
And that's why people do it.
I don't see it like that. I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm sure the girl's a whore because she just wants the money.
Yeah.
But the whole business is like, I mean,
they'll tell anything. They'll listen to anything you say.
But in a way, it's for a good reason. It's people that have these disorders that can't function. They can't build relationships on their own, so they're paying somebody to do what they want to make them feel comfortable.
It's not a good reason to pay someone.
I don't think it is.
And basically say you're an object.
I'm fine with it.
Even though he doesn't say that she's an object, and he believes that she's a normal human being, and he's just interacting with her, and it's a normal process.
That's how people are. Dude, I think it's... So if you would sign a petition to close all brothels?
Yes, I would. I'm anti-strip club. I'm anti-brothel.
You're anti-America.
I don't know.
I'm anti-degrading women, and like that sounds like and I know.
Is it degrading when they're the ones doing it? They're the ones who's working for it.
Situation,
you're not making them do it.
What's their situation?
They need the money.
Shadi, I think you're underestimating how much strippers and big strip clubs make.
They make a lot of money.
A lot. So obviously, if they're making a lot of money, they can get out of that situation. But they're not.
No, you can't get out of that situation.
But if
the money's too good.
Yeah, the money's too good. If you're having, that's why drug dealers and all that, they get into it because of the money. That thing is fast money, and it's basically it's not clean money. But I mean,
My name is Holden Fall. I support all brothels.
brothels. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to have brothels, and I don't think it's a bad thing to have strip clubs. I definitely think we should even have more prostitution, brothels or something in America. Not just like the Bunny Ranch.
Legal, like they get checked.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why
it.
I support it, because
I don't think people should go to jail for it.
In brothels, they're checked. It's taking people buying hookers on the streets who are not checked out of business.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Do you guys
That's a horrible situation.
I mean, I see it because it's like, look at marijuana. Because it's illegal, it makes people want to do it. And that's the thing with like prostitution and brothel. If it's legal and it's like, okay, you can go to a brothel anytime and pay,
Well, in all
$100.
fairness, if you pay in the streets like $10 a blowjob, it's probably like $100 at a brothel.
Yeah, but it's illegal regardless in those contexts.
Right.
So, but if you made it legal everywhere, like there's a brothel in every city neighboring you, there's a brothel. Just like a strip club, and it's legal to go there and to spend money to have sex with these women.
So you think people would do it more or do it less?
Do it less because people would still do it.
There's no thrill in it.
There's no thrill in it anymore. You're allowed to do it.
So
You were gonna say something.
I feel like there's a point where women aren't exactly like going to these strip clubs just to work and stuff like that. They gotta pay bills and stuff like that. So
I see what you're saying, but that's kind of the situation. I mean, it's a horrible situation to be in. So you're gonna have to, put yourself in this horrible situation with a dude that's basically trying to objectify you, and you think it's because they're paying bills and stuff like that, but does it make it right? I think that's a tough one.
where
Because you like the
there
idea of a
is
strip club.
I'm all for it because
Okay, I see
it's mentally real life porn. You go to a brothel, they line up, you pick what girl you're most attractive to.
So it's fake then.
Of course
It's
it's
a real
fake.
life fake
Of course
thing.
it's fake. You're buying a personality for an hour. It's 100% fake.
So it's basically like.
It's like watching porn, but it's real. You see people line up. Hey,
But it's still not a real relationship.
I'm attracted to dwarfs.
It's still
There's
not
a dwarf.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
But it's still not a real relationship though, because you're paying for it.
To some of the people, it is.
I don't think that's beneficial to that. I don't think that's a good explanation for it. I don't think it's a good explanation to say, because this guy benefits from it. All those dudes benefit from it in a certain way. They get all that reaction just because he has a specific one where he goes, I think she's my girlfriend and she really likes me. I don't think that's a good discussion. I don't think that's a reason why to keep it. I think the reason why to keep it is I think people should have the option to do that. They should have the option if they want to see a girl naked, and if a girl wants to go towards that route and she feels okay with it, I think people should be able to do it. I think they should go to brothels. I think they should have sex with these women as long as they're checked, as long as these guys are checked and they're safe. I think they can spend as much money as they want at them. If it's gonna hurt their life, that they're hurting their life. But I know today, if it was legal, if prostitution was legal tomorrow, I would not go get a prostitute.
Yeah.
I know that for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know.
Well, what's stopping you right now?
What's stopping me right now? Because it's a dirty situation, and maybe it would be a cleaner situation to go ahead and do it in all these brothel things. It might change my mind, but I still don't think I would do it.
I don't know. I don't say anti as in like ban them and like make it illegal and make it all. I'm saying like me personally, I wouldn't want to do it. And
Yeah,
even with strip clubs, I just don't like the idea of paying a woman to take her clothes off when I could just get in a relationship and have a girl do that for me for free. And maybe call that a cheap. Maybe call me cheap, but I'd
Not
rather
even
pay for
cheap.
a dinner.
It's
It's
not
not-
cheap. Trust me.
No, but
You're gonna pay more in the relationship.
But yeah, I don't think people should actually be. They shouldn't say, it's bad and we should not do it. I think somebody should have the right to do it. If they want to do it, they should have the right to do it. And plus, if you legalize it in a sense and you create these brothels, these dudes that are doing it on the street won't have a dirtier woman to do it. They'll be checked. And not only that, they won't have to go to jail for sleeping with a prostitute and with killers and child molesters and all these other people.
But with the prices of what Holden was saying earlier.
But then that's the price. If you want to do it now, that's the price.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, if prostitutes on the street were tested weekly, and it's legal, and you were horny, instead of masturbating, would you go pay for a $5 blowjob?
No.
That's tough.
But that's
if
I
you
wouldn't.
put it in that
I
context,
would think it would be better for like countrywide. You know, like
the economy would be boosted. You know, she'll be the one buying clothes and stuff. Well, you know.
Personally, I would not. However, that population that does go do that kind of thing, it would be good because then they're tested. The risk of spreading, diseases is lowered, and
I think a lot of people would do it. A lot.
At the beginning.
Forever.
No.
I don't think it, because if you make it
until it's like anything else, and that $5 goes to $20.
Not even like that. I think once it becomes a social norm. So let's say, like Damien said, tomorrow prostitution was legal. You had your scenario where there's prostitutes walking the street clean. Everyone would be paying them for it. Everyone, because it's like I wasn't able to do this before to pay.
Now it feels so good. Now I can do it.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Generations from now, a generation where it's like a person was born into a society where prostitution's legal, and yeah, Jimmy, you have the option to go buy, do it whatever when you're 15 or 16 or whatever the age limit would be. I think it would be like, all right, well, I know I always have that option. It's like right now, like with chewing tobacco, like I can go buy chewing tobacco.
You don't choose to do it though. Do you chew it?
No, I don't chew.
Okay, I don't smoke. I have that option to smoke, but I don't do it. And matter of fact, when I turned 18, I want to go get them. I was like, dude, this shit sucks.
Yeah, I didn't buy porn. I didn't buy cigarettes. I didn't buy like condoms or anything. When I
think smoking is it's a different argument.
Yeah,
to me.
because it's detrimental to your health rather than
it's not.
sex.
It's
how
not
is it
pleasurable.
not? There's some AIDS and shit.
They're tested.
But that goes back to the
testing.
disease.
So it's a positive thing. It's always a positive thing.
Thing is, also though, those people that are appealed to that, and they see that the person's, it wouldn't really work out because unless both parties were tested.
Okay, what if, in a weird scenario, in a movie I should probably make, what if it was a government job, like free healthcare? What if the government's paying these women minimum wage, you call them, you're on a waiting list, they're like, hey, I'll be there Wednesday. They give you a blowjob.
Would that be okay?
Would you do it?
But the thing is
would you be okay with that?
What about I'm not going to say sanctity of marriage, but what about the sanctity of a relationship? Or what would the value be if...
Depending on the person.
It's just like prostitutes now. It's for the people that are incapable of relationships.
So it's only for a percentage of the population? What's it good to me then? A person who's able to talk to women, who's able to have a healthy relationship?
Because some people can't. Then it's not for you if you have the ability to go do those things. Some people are incapable of talking to women. Some people are incapable of holding a relationship. That's why hookers exist.
I don't think so. I think because there's always a demand for people to want to have sex, but the supply of women to have sex with is not always there. Like right now, I don't have a booty call.
That's what I was trying to say. The brothel is for that guy. In that documentary, there's numerous the guys, regular customers. They're incapable of holding a relationship, so they pay for the people to. They think mentally that they're really in the relationship. They say, like, "All right, honey, I'll see you next weekend," and she's like, "Okay," but he's paying her to do that.
I don't think that's a
detrimental thing to that person. I mean, that's where therapy should come in and be
that is his therapy in a way.
No,
that's incorrect therapy. Then that's like giving a drug dealer more drugs to say like, oh well, it's good for you. It's it keeps you on the fix. So you don't.
In a way, I guess, yeah. It's not.
I mean, why don't you just?
It's not damaging their health.
It's not damaging their, but it's damaging their wallet
lifestyle
and their lifestyle exactly. Where they have to take time to drive down to the brothel.
So I mean, it obviously has tons of pros, tons of cons, but I think I'm for it.
How's it gonna affect this guy when he finds out that this chick has a husband or has a boyfriend or whatever, and it's not him, and all of this is like fake, or he'll never find out.
I don't know, man.
Wait, that goes back to you though, Holden. Like, you said earlier that you wouldn't want to sleep with a chick that is like, or you don't like people that
sleep around.
No,
but it's for that reason, because they sleep around. They're not always tested. They're not always. It's dangerous.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyday life is. I mean, it kind of scares me.
It's scary.
Definitely. You can go to a bar. People get in fights in bars. That terrifies me, because you're a stranger to me. I don't know what you know. I think. Oh, yeah. I don't know. There's tons of things.
I went to like the concert I went to. A fight broke out in the crowd. Literally one person next to me, because this girl started tugging on the dude's hair. And he like pushed her back, like, "Hey, stop tugging on my hair." and she went to her boyfriend. That guy touched me.
It's
And,
stupid when chicks do that.
Yeah, and so the guy comes, hey, you hit my chick, dude. Me and my fedora are gonna do something about it.
And it's always the dude in the fedora.
Fedora.
Yeah, so they start going at it, and I get in between these two dudes, and I shove them away. But it's like, I don't know. I could have been in the dude's. I could have been in this dude's punching radius. I don't know if he's like a jiu-jitsu master or whatever, but
Just having that threat.
yeah, just having that. Like the other day, I had not a panic attack, but I was sitting in my room, and I had a twitch in my leg, and I was like, oh, it's a muscle spasm, whatever. But like, what if it was a blood clot, and I just died?
It's horrible, dude.
Like,
Those thoughts are horrible.
No, dude, the worst thing, when your leg falls asleep.
Yeah.
I was everybody. I do this almost every day. I was pooping, and then if you're like pooped, but you're done pooping, but you're done shitting, but you're on your phone.
Yeah, I just stayed there for like another 5 minutes.
Dude, no, I was there for like probably half an hour, and my leg fell asleep. So I get up, I'm done, toilet's flushed, everything. My leg's still asleep 10 minutes later. I'm like, God damn, this shit just ruined me for life. My leg is it's terrifying. I couldn't walk. I was stuck in the bathroom with a dead leg for like 20 minutes.
Oh my god. And, what were you doing? Just trying to like rub the feeling back in?
No, I couldn't even I tried to keep like stepping on it, but every time my foot hits the floor, it
just slip like a banana peel.
It like sends a shock almost.
Like needle thing? Or
yeah,
about?
so when your leg falls asleep.
I wonder what that is. I'm gonna look
it's
that
terrible.
up.
I used to do that when I was a kid.
It's lack of blood flow.
Before iPhones, with my Game Boy Color, with my Pokemon Red. Just straight.
Ruby Red.
Oh no, I didn't. Just because those were the new Pokemon. Once it got to 150, then I was like,
it fucked it up.
Yeah, it's like
it fucked it up.
And now they're making like
they're
Pokemon
all like geometric shapes.
Pianomon, like they're making all
diamond
things like
Pokemon
Diamond that was
turquoise.
a beautiful fucking thing, dude. Pokemon was fucking.
And it's
beautiful.
like you had 150 Pokemon. You could create
gold, blue, and red. They should have stopped it at those three.
They had
but,
green, but
yeah, the
it
leaf
was
green.
only in Japan.
Oh, they had
leaf green is America,
yellow
but green.
Also.
Yellow.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The red and blue are my favorites.
Red and blue are the only United States released.
No, yellow because you can actually get all three of them. You can get Bulbasaur, Charmander, and
yellow. That was my.
I just remember the red. I was stuck in that cave, the blackout.
The black
for
cave.
so long.
You need to get Flash.
You need to get Flash.
And didn't you get the Flash on the boat?
The Flash was useless, dude. No.
Yeah, it was. You got on the boat.
The Flash was not.
You had to fish for
the
shit.
SS Anne?
You had to go fishing for something.
You had to.
No. You had to help the guy who was seasick, and you had to like rub his back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's the captain of the ship. You go to him and rub his back.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever beaten that game.
I have.
Oh, I have tons of time. Actually, I got it on my phone.
Okay, you jailbroke it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your ideal Pokemon team, original Pokemon. I don't know if you all know.
Blastoise.
I do.
Blastoise, baby.
Boom! Everybody loves Blastoise.
No, everyone loves Charizard. Everyone in college that I've met loves Charizard. They're like, my starter Pokemon's Charizard.
I was a Blastoise guy.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's an air conditioner too.
We're looking at the styrofoam cooler with a fan built into it to keep things cool. It's really cool.
I make shit, people. Okay, I make shit.
You made that?
Yeah, I made that thing, dude.
But what about?
Look at that bow and arrow over there. Made that shit over there. Hold on. Show him the bow and arrow.
Hey, grab me one.
I did make it. The PVC pipes over here to make those little air ducts. I know, dude. That thing doesn't work. But
grab one.
yeah, we're
Take my shirt off.
Oh yeah, please, please do.
Yeah, just go back to the sex appeal and stuff. Like, I can't wait till chest hair is sexy again, man. Like,
Dude, I actually like.
No,
I grew in. I grew in chest hair. I like it.
No.
Oh well, look at. Okay, well.
No, see,
Ooh.
But it's
nice.
I wanted actually this. I want the whole chest.
See, I think it's maybe weird to say. I don't know. I think chest hair is an attractive look.
I hope.
It depends on women though.
I think
the women likes it. I don't think it is.
I think men with chest hair is I think it's a good look. But I want it.
Well,
but now I'm like at the awkward stage where
I trimmed my shit the other day. Like,
I just have.
See, that's like.
I trim.
No, you're not bad, dude, because you don't have it like growing on the sides and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I just want it here. I want that like Wolverine shit. I don't know.
Oh,
Check in there if I have a. Oh, you got.
we're looking for a bottle opener.
Yeah.
Is the camera still rolling?
No, we fucked the cameras a long time
Oh
ago.
yeah, I saw this one.
Yeah, we're gonna
Dude,
make
honestly,
this.
I like the just the voice.
The audio?
Yeah, I just like the audio. You just not even like when you put pictures of in the first one when you put pictures of yourself. I didn't even like that.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Just to keep it a mystery, you know, like no one's gonna know what.
But eventually, I want to go live. If anybody can out there, yeah, we can do this audio thing. Ustream, but it's a video thing.
Yeah, you can do Ustream on video
and
you do a Google Hangout, and then it shows everyone's perspective from their laptop or whatever, and then you
just hear it.
You can hear and see.
Yeah, but if we would just want to make
mics and stuff, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with mics. You can hook up the whole setup.
I can hook the whole. So wait, you're telling me I can just do the audio content live?
So okay, what it would be is this is we all have a laptop in front of us. We'll have the mic set up. We're all in the same room. Same thing. It's just we're all in a Google Hangout. So everyone's seeing our faces.
So it's basically almost like a Skype chat.
But we don't.
But we're in the same thing. But it's hooked up to your computer, so the audio coming out, that's what's being streamed. So you're hearing what you're saying and what's being said.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
If you wanted to go that route, I mean, there's other ways of doing it. Like you could edit.
Well, like I don't care. You guys can. Whoever's listening to this or whoever is going to be listening, you guys let us know if you guys want to see audio or video. Because to me, it's up to you guys on what you guys want to see and which one is better. I don't care. I just like having conversations with my friend and you guys. Hopefully, one day once we go live. So that's my biggest point.
My thing is just like this is something. You know,
I mean, if not live, I think we should get some kind of phone line.
Oh, definitely. I have that planned out. Okay, I have either you guys can call, like whoever's close friends can either
call in, yeah.
Yeah, call in. You guys can call in on Skype, and then we can hear you on Skype. And I know how to hook it up where I can hook it up to the soundboard where everybody would be able to hear that person, not just the viewer. But also wanted to is just get a little phone line too as well. But then I don't want people to over abuse that thing and just use it for like, you know what I mean? Like just fucking around.
Like crank calls.
Crank calls. As a matter of fact, I don't give a shit if you crank call if it's good. If it's stupid, then I don't. This is a fucking waste of time. Please make it at least decent. But I mean,
it'll be like the Gong Show.
What's the Gong Show?
You've never heard of the Gong Show?
Wasn't that an earlier version of the Man Show?
No, it's well, I don't know, but
I heard of Crank Yankers.
They do like
the puppets.
Yeah.
No, Gong Show is like
I've got mail.
They do like this like skit, and if the people don't like it, they ding the gong, and then people just like
we can use this thing.
Get the fuck out of here.
That was easy.
No. Oh, I want to buy one that says that was bullshit.
You can rework them. Just go. There's this guy named Kip K on YouTube.
I fucking subscribed to him.
Yeah,
He's
I love
awesome,
Kip
dude.
K, man.
Dude, how long is this podcast? Are we still going?
Yeah, we're still going.
I love it, dude. It's good.
I got
it.
2 hours and 20 minutes into it.
Dude, you gotta edit this shit down.
No, I think it's been gold this whole time. We haven't had any pauses. We haven't had any.
Anybody can. What's it called? Fucking. Oh, I'm
Here
sorry.
you go.
No, you do it. Oh, it's called anybody. I mean, everybody can go.
He's gay. I'm going straight for it.
He's like, yeah.
What's it called? Anybody can.
Pop in bottles open with belt buckles.
Yep.
Yeah, is really strange in a way. But
And I think Damien had a good idea. We want to get those. I like the idea. I'm gonna put in money for it too. I think we should get those the wireless mics, so we
The
can do this.
lavalier
We can
mics.
do this publicly.
Lapel mics.
lapel mics, or yeah,
we can go anywhere and just do it publicly.
The thing
I
is,
wouldn't want to do it publicly.
well, the thing is, I have another.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
Well, I mean, I'm
obviously.
saying, like,
Yeah.
I'm down.
I mean, there's people that like obviously can't come here. We can go to them.
I mean, I still
don't know
think we
about
could
that.
call in. You know, everyone has a phone nowadays.
And not
That's
only
true.
that, yeah, you can. Okay, as of right now, guys, I didn't mention this yet. I'm sorry, but we have our Twitter and our Twitter and
Facebook.
Facebook? No, we don't have Facebook up. We have Twitter and YouTube up. So you guys can go ahead and subscribe on that. And then while we're doing the podcast, hopefully we do this thing live so that way you guys can chime in as well. If you guys don't want to call us, you can just text us on, what's it called? Or give us a tweet or something like that, and we'll have the thing up so that way we can view your...
Tweets.
Yeah, your tweets. I'm not
Or
hip to all that.
what if we
I like
You know what really helps?
we
is,
could have like a almost like an AIM
an aim.
to where they can just
on,
write in
on Ustream and livestream.com. There's a chat bar on the side for anyone watching the stream.
Okay,
with
good.
an account, they can we
Yeah.
can look like, hey, let's check out the stream, ask this question,
I like that.
and we can stream that. You know,
Yeah.
that'd be a way to do it. But
Well, the whole goal of this... I know, what are you doing? Oh, what's it called?
man.
The whole goal of this thing is so that way all of us can get together as a community. That's why I named it the Community Podcast, because I want everybody to... What's that?
Oh, it's like you just go. I'm waiting for an opportunity to make a joke so I can just.
Boing. What does it mean? Oh!
Yeah.
Hello! Here's mine. Oh! Wow, that's awesome. Okay, anyways, I forget what I was talking about.
About Twitter live stream. You want the community to come in and call.
That's right.
Yes.
The whole thing is I can have these conversations with my friends all day, but I want to hear new ideas. I want to hear different
New
people's
perspectives, yeah.
Exactly. And so this is why I'm doing this thing, and my friends are doing this thing with me, so that way we can get so many different ideals on a certain subject, or so you guys can be involved too in a way.
I mean, yeah, just be perfect. Like, hey, let's get a woman's perspective on the female orgasm.
Yeah, exactly.
And just call up, some girl and just do that. I mean, we could just pull out our phone right now and do it, but
Yeah.
we want to be professional.
I don't give
You
a
all.
shit.
That's true, actually.
I don't give a fuck. What?
Should we make a phone call?
Nah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to make a phone call right
Who
now?
are you gonna call?
Oh, it's fucking at midnight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who's up on midnight?
Oh
Who
my
gets a
God.
chick that would answer it? And that would be totally comfortable talking.
On a podcast?
Yeah.
I know somebody that would. I don't know if she's awake.
Who?
Got it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
name thing,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, the name thing.
Who is it? Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Wait, let me see that.
And she would actually be totally okay to.
She would be open about everything.
You know,
Yeah,
I
over
just don't like.
everything.
Is the name of a month?
No.
Oh.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
She
I
hangs
don't-
out with her though.
To tell you the truth, too, I don't even think she'd be totally okay for her name to be on it, too. She's that cool. But I mean,
Wait, the girl I'm
the
thinking
girl.
of?
Oh, no, the girl. Were you pointing at what's her face?
Keely.
Yeah, Keely.
Oh, yeah, I think you can. Oh, I don't know. Oh,
Keely
I-
Montana.
Is her last name Montana?
No, what?
no,
No,
wait,
come on.
Oh,
know
I'm just saying, like,
It's Kentucky.
what's the biggest personality trait to you from a woman that
Sense of humor.
instant turn off,
Turn off.
So, for example,
A girl
the
that
girl
knows
with
she's hot and then uses it.
I don't think that's a turnoff. I think.
I do.
yeah, that-
Or a girl that acts a little too tomboyish. She tries to be a guy.
like
she's
let's
okay.
take a shot,
She's okay talking about everything. She's okay.
Or she just likes everything you do. I knew a
No,
chick
no,
where she
it's-
just. I said I like Star Wars. Oh, I love Star Wars.
To the point where like she'll
Maybe you
she'll
just have
fart.
something in common with that person.
No, but it's too much in common.
Too much.
You can't have the guy time because it's like, hey, I'm gonna go play Call of Duty. Oh, cool. Can I split screen with you?
Oh,
But
okay.
then
No.
again, I actually like it when chicks do that because I like talking to guys more than I like talking to women because women just have this whole different thing. But when a girl can actually come into the environment of a guy, I think that's kind of attractive in a way.
And a turn
I
off is
agree.
when she does more manly things than I do.
Holden, change this fucking tire. Like,
I know.
no, I agree. I think I like girls who are more relatable to a guy. Like when a girl, like I asked this girl, like, who do you hang out with more? You know, when I'm meeting girls, like, do you hang out more with guys or with girls? And when they tell me like, oh, I hate girls, I love hanging out with guys. That's like an instant like light bulb. Like this girl could,
No,
she's got
but
some
then
potential,
it gets
dude.
weird though, because I mean she's always with guys.
Does that mean you're the jealous type? I mean, myself, I'm an extremely jealous
Yeah,
person.
I am
I
too.
am.
I
Even
am
if
too.
I'm not with the girl and I'm talking to
I mean,
her.
I'm,
If you're close to the girl, don't you like feel like?
yeah.
no,
I feel protective in a way,
I'm-
and I hate that side about me. But
Yeah.
I also feel like, hey, if they hurt her in a way, because I remember we went to that bar one day and we're hanging out with our friends, and some dude, it was my ex, and then she had some other dude rub up on her, and I know I shouldn't be offended or anything like
No.
that, but still, in a way, I was like,
I
oh,
still feel an attachment to that
Yeah,
girl.
you know what I
always.
mean?
Every girl I've ever
Well,
been
no,
with.
I mean, I'm a jealous type that even like, if I was talking to a girl, and she was at a party with my friends, I'm still like, oh. Shit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I get
Yeah.
mad at my friends. I'm like, who the hell, like, dude,
I
you
don't
know
get
I
s-
had dibs on that girl.
Yeah.
Like,
it is a little weird though. I mean, when your friends are talking to her like in a specific way.
because to
and-
be honest, I feel like some girls don't know the game that guys are playing.
Oh.
I feel like they're living.
I think-
Completely oblivious.
How do-
exactly.
But how is that? I mean, you obviously know what we
They don't
want.
know the guy's point of view. They don't know the guy, like, they don't know how the
It's
boys
just,
think-
dude,
I-
just like
no.
how girls can play us really easy.
How?
I don't feel like I can
Yeah,
get played.
I don't feel like I can
don't get
either.
I think you
played.
can get
I
tricked
know
easily.
goddamn well when a chick's like, "Oh, you want to go here and you want to buy me this?" Or not, she doesn't even say that, but I mean, if you know,
Dude, no, girls play
there's
games.
no way. There's no way.
Have you guys ever seen a dick pic?
No.
Be honest.
Dick.
Have you ever seen a picture of your penis?
No, but I have masturbated on Skype and I have what's it called?
You know what I'm saying? I bet you there's people that have
phone
sent
sex.
penis pictures to a girl they think whatever, and she's showing that.
Well, if
They're
you
playing
show
the
your
same
penis,
games
They're
we're-
talking about your penis
Probably.
anyway.
They're playing
I
the same
wouldn't doubt
game.
it.
They're playing the same games we're playing.
You want to exchange chairs real quick? Here.
Just my back is
Here, try this, man.
dude. Yeah.
Try this one real quick.
Yeah, you get the El Presidente.
I've been standing up like the whole, like stretching for like half the damn thing.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, it's fine, man. No, I appreciate you guys all having me on. Oh, this is
For
The El Presidente.
next time I'll bring my own. I'll just put it in the back of the trunk.
I gotcha. Yeah.
that's what I said, and then I fucked up.
It's cool though.
This is a weekly thing. I'd love to do this, man. This is awesome.
Dude, we'll have you on. But my friend Anthony wanted to come on today. He had a bail out, but I want to try to get as many people on as possible.
And,
you know what I mean? Switch them out.
Yeah.
But definitely, dude, this has been a crazy fun conversation with Shadi.
If
I like this
anybody,
guy.
if anyone at all has made it this far into the podcast,
You can break it into sections. Come on.
Anthony, he hopefully be here next week. He's a huge comic book guy.
And
so,
a huge
I like
wrestler,
that.
yeah.
He's a huge. I mean, he's into comics and the wrestling. He's into basically everything that society thinks is nerdy.
In a way, I don't.
If you have any of those interests and you're watching this, send in
Look, if you
comment on things now, questions, things
Yeah.
you have to talk about, and then we'll have him.
Not only if
talk
you're
about it.
finding those things in interest, I think it's important to hear different people's point of views.
Exactly.
So if he likes comic books and stuff like that, of course I'm not into them and I'm not into wrestling, but I still want to hear the guy out on what his thoughts are on that shit. So even if you don't have a common interest with the fella, just hear him
that's the
out.
thing for me is like I know all you guys on a certain level. Holden
Yeah.
more than Damien and
Yeah,
Nathan,
Nathan.
but me and Nathan, we were on a track team for 2 years, so we kind of have a relationship like that.
Yep.
Damien, not so much, but I know
Yeah.
him from Holden. But this guy that you're talking about, just be interesting because I don't know him. I don't know anything about him.
It'd be fun to.
He's the kind of guy that when he watches movies like Marvel or
Marvel
Batman's Capcom, right?
I don't know.
He'll watch movies and he's
DC comics.
angry because it didn't go by the comic book.
Comic book or something like
He
that.
knows the history of it.
Yeah. I'm somewhat like that. Like I watched all the Walking Dead in like 48 hours. I did a marathon of Walking Dead because everyone tells me like Breaking Bad and
I couldn't
Game
get
of
into
I get
Walking
into
Dead.
that. Okay, do you guys feel bad after you do? Because that's like hours of watching.
and then it's just over.
Yeah, and then I'm
Breaking
like,
Bad ended terribly.
I haven't seen.
wait.
an episode yet.
It hasn't finished yet.
It's coming on soon.
It's coming on soon, but Breaking Bad's a fucking badass show.
Well,
So is
actually,
The Walking Dead.
Breaking Bad, I don't know why it ended, but they're coming back for I think 4 more episodes because it's only halfway of the last season that's
Yeah.
left. So they're coming back for like 4 episodes.
Yeah, it's a weird kind
But
of
with
thing.
that, Walking Dead is based on a graphic novel, like
Right.
It is?
300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And the
That's
graphic
I
novel
can't
is
get into-
a little bit different than the actual show.
I only watched the first episode. I can't get into it. I haven't
Walking
made
Dead.
it past the halfway through the
The
first episode.
first episode of Walking Dead.
I can't get into it.
Really?
How
Why?
not? That first episode's the best episode.
That's the one that roped me in.
Yeah.
I can't get into it.
Okay, what scene got you in?
When he wakes up in the hospital.
Not me. The one where he's under the tank and he's like this. He's about to blow his brains out, and he goes and he looks up, and the door's open. He's like, "Oh shit!" and he climbs into the tank.
Oh
That was
yeah,
sick.
That
That
was,
was like-
he was ready because the things were coming. The walkers or whatever they
Yeah.
call them were coming in. He was about to pull that trigger on his head, and,
and
he goes
gets
and he
the
pulls up.
walkie-talkie.
Woo, man, that was a badass
first,
scene.
That first walker he sees, I think.
The little child?
The half
cut off
lady.
chick.
See,
Yeah.
I think I just don't like the actors because I mean it's like
They're all British.
in the very
They're
beginning.
Are they?
They're
Are they
all
really?
British. I watched the behind the scenes
In
'cause
the,
after
I did not know
like
that.
when I watched Human Centipede, I got scared. Like
That was a
freaked
dumbass
out.
movie. I don't
the
like
second,
that.
no, the second one. The second
Oh,
one.
the
The first
second
one.
There's 2 of those?
The first one made me like. I was like,
How do they have the funding for
this
that?
is stupid. They're making a third one with 5,000 people in a chain, or 500 or 5,000 people in a chain. But I watched the behind
How
the scenes
did they live?
to kind of like desensitize me. Like, okay, it's just a movie. It's not real. With Walking Dead, I wasn't scared of zombies or anything like that because I don't believe that it could ever, happen. But just some of how they do some of the animation and all this kind of stuff. But they're all British. All the actors in there are British people, being Southern like people from Georgia.
well, I mean the first episode, the cop comes to the city, everything's already all messed up.
Yeah.
And then he
Goes to Atlanta.
sees some little girl, or whatever, shoots her in the head.
Yeah.
The next scene is 2 cops in a car talking about they're eating fast food, talking.
It's behind, like before the
it's
apocalypse
before-
happened.
Yeah.
How he got
and
in.
I turned it off there.
Oh, dude, because that explains. Like,
I think I just don't like the actors. I shut it off.
You
Nice.
literally spent like maybe 10 minutes watching.
I gave it 3 episodes before I was.
I always do that too. I give it at least an
maybe I'll
episode
give it
or
another
two.
shot, but
Tough it out.
I
Tough it out.
I got so bored within the 10
No,
minutes.
I was the same way with a lot of stuff.
I can't get into fuck, what's that? A lot of people say Game of Thrones is good.
I can't get into that.
I heard it's
I
good.
like-
My mom's really into Spartacus. I can't get into that
I can't
either.
get into that either. I watched a couple of them and I was like, it's good, but I don't see myself watching this over and over and over. So
The only ones I really follow through with are Dexter.
yeah.
I don't like that.
Breaking-
See, now I haven't,
Dexter,
I
Breaking
haven't
Bad.
watched a single episode
I've
of
never
Dexter.
watched
Great.
I
And
knew-
Great show,
and-
especially in the first couple seasons.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I hate that
Yeah.
show. Now,
Really?
I used to love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Yeah.
but I introduced it to my sister. I introduced it to my close friends,
People don't like it.
and they loved it.
Oh,
So
And they,
you hate that it caught on.
yeah,
That's how I am with Malcolm Moore.
Yeah.
the
so how
musician.
you not like not liking
And the-
Workaholics?
it's because I got into it from other people. It's a weird
Oh,
like
okay, I
hips,
see what
it's a
you're
weird
saying. It's like-
hipster
it's a
gene in
weird-
me.
So I understand. It's like a weird feeling that I sort of found this and brought it to my town.
Yeah, and you have people who like my sister bought Workaholics, or not Workaholics, but It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia posters, the season DVDs. She got into it. She knows all the lines. She has them on her phone cover.
I'm different. I love when people do that. I love when I tell somebody something
Yeah.
and they go, oh shit, and they actually watch it. Like,
And I want to be like that. I want to so bad to
It's-
be
yeah.
What I
like.
hate is when you're into something and you tell somebody, and they become more into it and they know more about it than you do.
That's what happened
That's
to
a
me.
certain chick I know too. When you get into it, then I don't know. It's weird. It's
It
just,
sucks. And she starts
Yeah.
talking like, "What are you talking about? You remember when that happened? Bitch, I told you about that show.
Yeah,
Don't tell me
seriously.
something."
Yeah, see, I have that same like hipster attitude of like, well, it should only be to me. But then I get mad when people don't like my favorite band, Franz Ferdinand, and like, dude, it's a stupid band. I'm like, just get into it, you love it. And then when if someone were to ever like
that's
it more than
that's
me,
some things too. Like people make a big thing out of like things now, like Drake and Kendrick Lamar, but I don't think I actually like them. I mean, it's popular to a lot of people, but I don't
It's-
actually like their
I
music.
just don't like
Well,
super
I think it's like it's kind of like a radio thing. If a song's on the radio all the time, you kind of have to like it.
But I
Yeah.
know I appreciate a good song like that.
Gaudier song.
I don't know Drake.
No, what?
I really.
Gaudier.
I don't know
Somebody,
what that
Yeah,
is.
somebody that you used to know.
Oh, I like that song. It's a good song.
It's and that's
It's a good song.
Like even that Macklemore, I don't like Macklemore.
I don't like
no,
that song.
Listen,
actually.
I was into Malcolm Moore probably a year ago.
Yeah.
I have all his
Yeah.
mixtapes, everything. Thrift Shop got huge. I never listened to him.
Yeah.
That sucks. I think that sucks.
I mean, how do you feel like music? Just talking about music. Like when I went to the Franz Ferdinand concerts, it's like when you think of Franz Ferdinand, you think of the song "Take Me Out." Like everyone knows that song. But to be a musician and to have to play that song
They hate it.
every
They'll admit they hate it. A lot of
Hell
people hate
yeah.
it.
yeah
A lot of big musicians hate playing their.
their most
Their hits.
famous song.
It's easy though. I mean, why would you hate that? I mean,
It's
the
easy
guy
to make
who's
money, but
yeah. I mean, I would love. I mean, that's something that got you
But it's,
huge.
no, because you get tired of it. You
I don't think
it's
I
not.
could.
It's like being a magician and then you're trying to evolve from one move that you're known for, but they're like, "Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
Now
it would
do that
suck.
trick again."
It would
dude,
suck,
don't-
but I
that's-
mean-
it's an old trick. No,
I don't know. As a person who wants to be a musician at some point,
oh, you
Yeah.
suck, dude. Come on.
yeah,
No, just kidding.
I'm fucking horrible. But
No, he's good. He played some music earlier.
But I mean, like, honestly, if you're doing what you love,
That's what counts.
like,
I fucking suck at rapping. Dude, I'll play you guys a song after. It's fucking horrible. It's
have you
horrible.
heard these Holden?
No, I don't think he's heard it yet.
I've heard them without
I
the
tried-
beats.
Yeah, no. I heard.
I think we should have some freestyle thing going on right now, man.
No, I can't. I don't want to embarrass myself right now. I get very nervous. I don't show anybody. But anyways, I get so fucking. I don't know. Those songs are horrible, but I love doing it though. I like doing it.
It's a
I
guilty
like writing
pleasure.
songs and
It's
I
a
like
guilty
writing.
pleasure.
But yeah.
Everyone has a guilty pleasure. I love watching old anime that I used to love when I was a kid, and I know people find I'm weird.
I still watch Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, yeah, I used to watch Dragon Ball Z, but I still watch like some stuff of it right now. I don't watch like a lot of the new like, Dragon Ball GXT.
No, I
like,
don't do that
brand
either.
new.
I don't do that either.
That's some
You know.
bullshit.
Matter of fact, I just got into Pokemon again, and I was like watching all those episodes again, and I was like, oh shit.
Do you
this
know?
is
Do you
pretty
want to
cool.
know that they have banned episodes of Pokemon?
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of those?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, the one with Jesse and James. Have you seen that one?
Yes, I
Where
have.
he's dressed up like a woman, and then
He has huge breasts.
he has huge breasts, and then not only that, Ash's mom was on the swimsuit thing, and she was fucking fine. And Professor Oaks was digging that
Yeah.
shit, dude. They took that shit off.
There's another one where
Seizures.
the Porygons. You know the polygons or Porygons. They're Pokemon, and they're one of the late 140s that I'd want to say, but they're in like a computer. The whole episode is like computer based and how technology is bad or something. So they're in a computer fighting all these computer Pokemon, and it's just blinking blue and red, and it gave a bunch of kids seizures in Japan.
Oh, shit.
So they had to take that episode down. So they had that one with the big breasts for Jesse and James, and
I can't think of any other ones, but it also too.
you can look them up on YouTube.
Well,
Yeah.
there's that website. I shouldn't say it, but
Band cartoons.
no,
It's
there's
not
a
a website, but
there's a website that has a bunch of movies that are still in theaters and shows.
Yeah,
And
anybody
I know you know of it because I know you do. You watch it, and they have every movie I've ever thought of, and I looked to see if they have Pokemon. There's like 700 episodes.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot now.
Yeah, and I think the first season, just like Dragon Ball
No,
Z,
it says like
long.
season 1, and it goes down to like
73.
episode like 100 and
Well,
something.
there's
Like,
this
what?
there's this thing like I told you I watched some Dragon Ball Z, but what I really got into when I got back into anime was Dragon Ball Z Abridged. You really need to check this out.
I have seen it, and I fucking love that shit.
It's so funny. It's
Wait, what is it? What
It
is
is
it?
So it's called
hilarious.
Dragon Ball Z Abridged. It's on YouTube. If you love Dragon Ball Z and you know the basic plot, you'll find it hilarious. They basically just parody the whole thing, and they do spot-on voices or close
Yeah.
to, and they just make fun of the show. Like, it's just hilarious. And they just make fun of how the yelling can go on for like 3 episodes when they're charging up an attack.
I gotta
know,
actually watch
like,
that.
It is really funny. But just going back into why I watch these old things, like I watched for all of Friday and Saturday. I watched this show that I used to watch when I was a kid on Saturdays called Ultimate Muscle. It was like a Japanese WWE thing, but I'm thinking to myself, like, why am I watching this old anime? I mean, I'm laughing at it. I find it funny, but I really do love nostalgia. I love the feeling of nostalgia. Just knowing, knowing that I used to watch this when I was a kid back in simpler times.
But have you
and it takes
ever
me back there.
Have you ever watched a show or movie from back then and you go look at like, what the fuck was I
Yeah,
thinking?
all the time.
Yeah, I go and I look. I don't know which one's on top of my head, but I go back and I'm like, how was I enjoying this as a kid? And I was like, whoa, this is a little weird.
I don't know, but I haven't had it with that much things. Like Thomas the Tank Engine when I was a really young
You
kid.
watched that?
When I was
Religiously.
little.
I used to watch Barney.
Religiously.
That was my shit. Not Thomas the Tank though. I don't know.
I love Thomas the Tank. Trains, man. I was obsessed with trains. I go back and watch Thomas the Tank Engine, and I'll just sit there for like 2 hours on YouTube just watching
Thomas the Train.
Thomas the Tank Engine, and just all these old shows from back in the day.
They talked, didn't they? But their face didn't move.
They had a narrator behind it, so it would just show their eyes
okay.
moving, and they'd have like a narrator, like Thomas was a good engine, like this British guy.
He was a nice engine.
Yeah, like a Carl Sagan voice. Millions and millions.
He goes for days. But okay, cool shit.
Yeah, are we gonna?
Should we end it here? I think we should.
It's
end
been
it
like 2 hours and 45 minutes. So.
Yeah, okay. Thanks you guys for listening to this. Of course, you can break it into sections. I know this is a fucking long ass podcast, but you guys can. We're gonna do this hopefully every Monday, so you guys can expect that. It'll be either posted up on Tuesday or Wednesday because of the editing thing. We're gonna
Should we try to do it twice a week?
I'm down.
I'm
Thing
down
is,
to.
what's your schedule like?
We have to do after 9.
That's what. That's
We'll
what I'm
discuss
saying.
it later.
It's
Yeah,
not like it's
we'll figure
bugging
it
us
out.
right now. So.
Yeah. So okay, guys. Remember, you guys can follow us on Twitter and the Facebook. Facebook will be up pretty soon. We have the YouTube thing up. I'll let you know on this other stuff that we get into. But as of right now, thank you for watching or listening. As that yeah. But anyways, I can't fucking speak right now. Okay. Fuck. Thanks. I don't know how to end this thing. I'm very.
Should we do
A sign off?
No. What,
Oh
no.
wait! I do want to do this. This is what everybody does. Holden, do you want to tell everybody where you can find you at? At Twitter or your Facebook? What do you want to put anything out there for people to follow you?
No, don't ever search for me.
I like that. Keep it underground. Do you,
No,
how
hold
Nathan,
Wait,
Shadi?
We'll put all that shit on the website when we
Okay.
get it out.
Yeah.
Never
I
mind.
agree.
Yeah.
But I think we should end this with what's in an acapella group. We all make some kind of noise and making music.
Can I be the low, like, oh?
Do it.
please do.
Oh, no, you're
5,
the high.
6,
yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait, let's do that for the longest. You guys know Billy Joel's For the Longest Time?
For the long-
I know piano man.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Piano Man's good.
For the longest time. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm a tiny dancer. That's Elton John.
Wait, what song? What music do you know? We gotta play like 30 seconds of a song, right?
I think 10 seconds, dude.
No, it's 30.
Are you sure?
We can sing it, dude.
We could just
I think that's actually
our
legal.
way out of this.
Yeah, we can sing anything we want. It's just our interpretation of.
Okay, let's make our own music.
Just
make
I
it
feel like
freestyle.
that would take a little bit more time than we want to.
Sound check.
God damn, I have.
I think
That fucking
that's
hurt.
a good way to end it right there.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end it right there with
No,
Holden's
fuck it.
all.
No, we gotta do it.
Come on,
Okay,
man.
okay, check it out.
Get the guitar.
Everybody,
Get your fucking guitar.
God damn it.
Oh, you have it.
Everybody as high as you can. Just
No,
kinda
I'm
do
not.
No, that's gonna hurt my ears. It's gonna hurt the
Yeah.
listeners' ears. I don't want to do that. What are you
Let's
doing?
do a
Are we getting
freestyle.
a
A freestyle to a
riff.
guitar.
This again. Okay, let's do this. I guess we're doing it. We're doing
We
it.
can always
It's
edit that
happening.
later. We can always edit
I don't-
that.
Yeah.
Just let him have his fun.
You're joining us. You're in this.
Fuck
I
it.
really don't know what to do. On the
I'm just
guitar.
riff. Just go. Just go.
Just do it.
We're gonna
Comes
go.
from the heart.
We're gonna go in a circle, so everybody says a line, and you have to rhyme to it
That's like,
until you run out of rhyme. Then
you'll
Oh,
stop.
fuck, that felt
Literally, you'll
good.
stop.
That felt. Do it again. Oh, that feels good. Let me hear you sing. You're my wonder wall, baby. You're my wonder wall. I feel that wonder wall
funny.
coming down on me, baby.
it's so awkward.
I feel that wonder wall coming down on me, mama.
Are you saying Wonder Wall or Wonder Woman?
I'm singing all the kind of wonders in the world. I'm singing the 7 wonders of the world, baby. You's one of them. You all 7 of the wonders to me.
Can you name all 7?
I can't, but
Wait,
she's them.
It's time. This podcast needs a theme song. Why don't we make it right now?
God damn, dude, we gotta think of that shit later, man.
Not-
We're gonna take another hour thinking of that shit.
We got this. There you go.
Oh, that sounds community.
Do you got any blues? I want to sing some blues right now. I went down to the store yesterday. I told this girl, I said, "You look fine, mama, see you." I said, "Baby, yeah."
I felt like for a small second he was about to sing Gold Digger.
Hit the road, Jack. Yeah, hit the road, Jack. We should end it here, guys. Thank you for listening, guys. You guys can see us next Monday. We'll be posting up either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll let you guys know. That being said, have a fucking nice night. Good night. I gotta end that shit better. Okay, good night.
Do you think anybody's made it this far?
I think even us, while I'll just